Yeah, yes, I know I'm late. But really, I'm sorry. Please don't burn me alive. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Where's that coming from? Gabriel? Then I'm gonna eat dinner, and then we'll play Mass Effect. Which means we're less in the battalion for a little bit. We'll land in the fun plan. We'll a little bit. Eat dinner, and then we'll play the Mass Effect. For now, it's the fun plan time. With Neil. Well, Miss Toys R Us. Toys R Us. Theater.
Toys R Us, the number one toy retailer in the United States, suddenly fell into second place. The
Theater.
Toys R Us, the number one toy retailer in the United States.
Something like that. Does that sound bad when you're in? Why? Monetism a bit right. Bit rate. Luna.
The 41-year-old chain had been surpassed by Walmart in the battle for toy supremacy. Toys R Us was finding it increasingly difficult to compete with big box retailers. However, Walmart
Yeah.
to compete with big box retailers. However, Walmart and similar big box stores However, Walmart and similar big box stores
Oop. Anita is so funny.
were not the only cause of the chain's decline. Customers viewed Toys R Us stores as dirty
Sounds
warehouses
great to me.
with no character or charm. On top of this, the management and service at stores was less than stellar. Recognizing this, the Toys R Us board of directors looked to another toy chain that was known for their quality and class, FAO Schwarz. The famous toy stores were experiences in themselves, and the chain was ingrained into popular culture after appearing in the 1988 Tom Hanks film, Big. FAO Schwarz had just the strategy that Toys R Us needed, so the board of directors recruited their chairman, John Eyler, to be the next chairman and CEO of Toys R Us. To assist him, Eyler brought with him Joanne Newbold, a designer that had helped him construct 25 stores for FAO Schwarz. Of the move, Newbold said, quote, "We call it going over to the dark side." Despite the
That's
difficult task
crazy.
ahead, Eyler referred to his plan for Toys R Us as Mission Possible. To improve the reputation of the chain stores, he approved an ambitious redesign that favored visual aesthetics over everything else. In order to improve customer service, Eyler approved wage increases for Toys R Us employees. But this was just the beginning. The most ambitious of Eyler's ideas was to open a brand new flagship Toys R Us store in the crossroads of the world, New York City's Times Square.
Trying to lower all this one, eh? And the phone plan? No? And encourage you? I'm cannon feet. That feet? Is it called that feet? Running it for it.
On August 1st, 2000, just months after Eyler had joined Toys R Us, the company announced the construction of the new Times Square location. The space was 101,000 square feet, split throughout 4
That's a lot of
stories.
square feet.
The owner of the real estate, Charles B. Moss Jr., had been holding on to the space throughout a rapid revitalization of Times Square, seeing the area turn from a dirty, seedy tourist trap to a premier shopping district. Stores like The Gap and Virgin
Ontario.
Megastore moved in, and rents began to skyrocket. Moss was waiting for the right partner for his real estate, which sat on the corner of Broadway and 44th Street. And when Toys R Us made an offer, he accepted it. The resulting Toys R Us would be the largest toy store in the world and the largest retailer in Times Square, 1/3 larger than the Virgin Megastore.
Give quick message to my brother.
The location would cost $35 million to build. It was to be the center of the toy universe, according to Eiler. Designing Toys R Us's flagship store was no easy task. Not only was Newbold designing in some of the most lucrative real estate space in the world, but she was designing far more than just a store. Toys R Us Times Square would be part store, part mall, part theme park, and part event space. The store was constructed throughout the fall of 2001, with a grand opening date set for November 17, 2001. On November 14th, 3 days before the grand opening, Toys R Us held its first event. A key aspect of the plans for Toys R Us Times Square was for the space to be a stage for toy manufacturers to hold launch events. The first of these would be
And it's
for
so
the
nice.
Xbox, with Bill Gates himself present to launch the console and hand it out.
How fun!
To the first lucky gamer. 3 days after this, Toys R Us was ready to open to the public. To celebrate the store's opening day, an hour-long character procession was organized. At 9 a.m., over 50 beloved children's characters would walk hand-in-hand from 48th and Broadway to the store. The 4-block parade featured such beloved characters as SpongeBob SquarePants, Bert, Ernie, Barbie, Shrek, and Elmo, which must have been awkward considering that there were at least 3 other Elmos roaming the area at the time. After the parade, the ribbon was cut, with Toys R Us's mascot, Jeffrey the Giraffe, dressed to the nines. The
Definitely.
Toys R Us International flagship store was officially open to the public. As guests approached the store, they were greeted by an impressive video billboard display with 165 panels, cycling through various advertisements and interior views of the store. As guests entered, they were immediately confronted by Jeffrey the Giraffe, welcoming them to the store. The most striking element of Toys R Us Times Square was its main attraction, a 60-foot-tall Ferris wheel, which was placed in the atrium and spanned all 4 stories of the store. The Ferris wheel featured the chain's signature backwards R in the center, with 14 themed cars, all featuring famous characters from toys, movies, television, and more. The cars included a Pokemon car, a Tonka truck, a Toy Story car, a Mr. The cars
And a
included
what?
a Pokemon car, a Tonka truck.
What am I looking at here?
A Toy Story car, a Mr. and Mrs. Potato Head car, a Fisher-Price car in the shape of a little Snoopy toy, a Matchbox fire truck, a spaceship with E.T. on one side and Jeffrey on the other, a Little Tikes car, and a Nicktoons car featuring multiple characters, including Jimmy Neutron, Blue, SpongeBob SquarePants, Tommy, Chucky, Reggie, and Little Bill. The cars to the Ferris wheels were, according to Newbold, a quote, torturous exercise in design. Newbold admitted that the final result of some of the cars was less than ideal. She said that the Mr. and Mrs. Potato Head car specifically looked off, and that, to her eye, quote, Mrs. Tate looks way too much like Bette Midler. The licensing agreements for each car was for 2 years, and most of the companies chose to renew the license again and again. However, sometime between 2001 and 2007, 2 cars were replaced. The Pokemon car was replaced with a Scooby-Doo car, and the Tonka truck was replaced with a My Little Pony car. Sometime after this, the Barbie's car design was changed to the Glam convertible, and Fisher-Price replaced their Lil Snoopy with a school bus. The store's street-level floor was actually its 2nd floor, and in order to board the Ferris wheel, guests had to take an escalator down to the 1st floor. Also on this floor were video game displays, an ice cream shop called Scoops R Us, and a UPS store. The UPS store allowed shoppers to purchase toys and immediately ship them as gifts to friends and family. The 3rd floor featured the majority of the store's retail space. An elevated ceiling was painted yellow, and from it, models were suspended. One depicted Superman saving shoppers from a falling truck. The other was of Spider-Man, swinging from webs above the heads of guests. The 3rd floor also featured an elaborate Lego section, with sculptures of prominent New York City icons. Nearby was the Candyland Candy Store, which brought the famous board game to life. One of the most popular spots on the 3rd floor was a 2-story, 4,000 square foot walk-through Barbie dream house. This impressive feature could only be overshadowed by the 3rd floor's signature attraction, a robotic 20-foot tall Tyrannosaurus Rex that moved and roared. This was part of a Jurassic Park display, and the dinosaur weighed 5 tons. During construction, an entire side of the building had to be left open to install the creature. Finally, the 4th floor was much smaller in comparison, in order to allow for the high ceilings of most of the third floor. Its main feature was the Pepsi World soda fountain. Also on the fourth floor, off limits to guests, was a boardroom for meetings that had an incredible view of the store and Times Square. As aforementioned, Newbold
Hi.
and Eiler designed Toys R Us Times Square with built-in stages for toy unveilings. Toys R Us Times Square did hold many product launch events, bringing in big crowds and rolling out celebrity guests. In retrospect, some of these events were quite interesting.
And now, some of the product launch events held at Toys R Us Times Square. Or, one of the first times the early 2000s unique visual and cultural aesthetic can be viewed in retrospect. Or, oh my god, am I nostalgic for 2003?
Harry Potter and the
He
Order
was
of the
blind.
Phoenix with celebrity guest audiobook narrator Jim Dale. The Video Now portable video player with celebrity guest Hilary Duff. Is the musical robot thing with celebrity guest Rihanna. Rubik's Revolution with celebrity guest Vanessa Hudgens. Dolls from the TV show Lost with celebrity guest Jorge Garcia. Deal or No Deal
Hi.
merchandise with celebrity guest Howie Mandel. Miranda Cosgrove's debut album Sparks Fly with celebrity guest Miranda Cosgrove. Twilight New Moon merchandise with celebrity guests Nikki Reed and Kellen Lutz. EA Sports Tiger Woods PGA Tour 2002 with celebrity guest Tiger Woods. The Tamagotchi
Tiger Woods.
Connection virtual pet with celebrity guest Ryan Cabrera. Video Now Color with celebrity guests Hilary Duff again and Tony Hawk. The store was also used as a location for open auditions for child stage shows such as Dora the Explorer Live and Blue's Clues Live. As far as design and implementation went, Toys R Us Times Square appeared to be a massive success. However, there were many other factors to consider. The first was rent. The space alone would cost Toys R Us $12 million a year, over $100 per square foot. On top of this, the store opened in November of 2001, just over 2 months after the September 11th terrorist attacks. Americans' willingness to travel was greatly impacted by the events, especially travel to New York. Sales in Times Square specifically were down 40%. However, Elliot Whale, general manager of Toys R Us Times Square, said, quote, "If the traffic numbers are off in Times Square, we are certainly not feeling it." Toys R Us estimated that their flagship store would draw in 20 million visitors a year, 2/3 of the total traffic of Times Square at the time. However, the first year's numbers, in part due to the attacks of September 11th, were reported to be nearly half that, with roughly 10 million shoppers visiting the store in its first year of operation. Toys R Us Times Square enjoyed an eventful existence. In 2003, the store was featured in the Disney television film Eloise at Christmas Time. That same year,
Expected to draw in 2/3 of Times Square? What? Are they stupid?
was the beginning of the flash mob craze that swept the nation for some reason, and nowhere was safe, especially not Toys R Us Times Square. In August of 2000, a large group of people gathered on the store's third floor, not to perform a choreographed dance, but instead to kneel in front of the T-Rex and scream for a very, very long time.
Why? That's weird.
Every holiday shopping season was a busy, eventful, and sometimes dangerous affair for Toys R Us. On November 27, 2004, at around 3:25 p.m., a rush of holiday shoppers were overwhelmed with pepper spray, which was discharged from an unknown person within the store. 3 people had to be taken to the hospital, and all 3,000 shoppers were evacuated. By 2004, Toys R Us's hopes of overtaking Walmart had been dashed. When asked whether Toys R Us was still focusing on reclaiming the #1 spot, Vice President Ursula Moran responded, "No," adding, quote, "We're number 2. In 2005, Toys R Us was bought by 3 investment companies for $6.6 billion. Of this capital, 80% was borrowed, and as a result of the leveraged buyout, Toys R Us was now $5 billion in debt. Eiler stepped down from his role at CEO after the buyout, and Toys R Us began a new, uncertain, debt-ridden future. On top of all of this, the Times Square location had still not turned a profit, although Moran said that it was, quote, pretty close to making money. Toys R Us continued to operate the location off of the idea that the prestige and elegance of the location and experience was worth accepting the losses from the store itself. However, this concept was becoming more difficult to sell, as the corporation as a whole continued to lose market share and close stores across the country. By 2007, alternate revenue streams were considered for the Toys R Us Times Square location, namely children's birthday parties. The store created birthdays packaged for children, including the Dancing Divas Party and the Pirates Passage package. In 2009,
Why?
Toys
The
R Us
store.
acquired FAO Schwartz. With the acquisition, Toys R Us now operated the two most famous and popular toy stores in New York City. In 2010, the delicious World of Wonka, the first ever Wonka retail experience, opened on the second floor of Toys R Us Times Square. A short time after this, the space on the fourth floor was replaced with a new attraction, the Arcade. A sort of annual tradition at the store for a few years was the anti-war toy protest put on by the Granny Peace Brigade and the Raging Grannies, two protest groups composed of old women. Every year, the Grannies would march throughout the store, protesting violent video games and toys that glorified weapons and war. The first year of the protests, the Grannies
Stephen?
commandeered the Ferris wheel and waved banners off of it. However, they failed to account for their escape route, and being on the Ferris wheel, it didn't take long for the employees to stop them and promptly escort them out of the store. The third year, they decided to switch it up, spreading out throughout the store and waiting until a specific time to reveal their granny protest. A grambush, if you will. Every year, the grannies would be rounded up and asked to leave the store, where they would continue their demonstrations on the street, among the unlicensed costumed characters. On the subject of Times Square streetmosphere, in 2012, in classic Times Square fashion, a man dressed in a knockoff Elmo costume was arrested outside of Toys R Us after he began screaming anti-Semitic rants. The man's name? Adam Sandler. But not that
What?
Adam Sandler. By 2015, Toys R Us was continuing to struggle with its debt. The company made the decision to close the famous Fifth Avenue FAO Schwartz store in July, citing high rents. However, the Fifth Avenue FAO Schwartz was not the only casualty of Toys R Us's financial troubles, because not long after, Toys R Us announced that it would not be renewing its lease on its Times Square location. The rent was set to quadruple, and it was now being marketed for $2,500 per square foot. And it was estimated
That's
that
more
Toys
than
R Us's
quadruple.
second floor, the street level floor, was worth $42 million a year in rent alone. The massive hole in real estate would be filled in part by the Gap and Old Navy, which combined would fill 60% of the space, with no plans for the remaining 40%. And thus, Toys R Us Times Square, the company's flagship store and the tentpole of its early 2000s revitalization effort, was officially ending its run, and it didn't take long for the autopsies to pour in. The general consensus was that in spite of Toys R Us's aspirations to gain prestige from their flagship store, the benefits did not outweigh the costs. After news was announced that the store was to be closed, thousands of visitors poured into Times Square to ride the Ferris wheel, see the Tyrannosaurus Rex, and tour the Barbie dream house one final time. Toys R Us Times Square officially closed on December 30th, 2015, after a 14-year run. The interior was promptly demolished, and construction on the Gap and Old Navy began in early 2017, with the stores debuting to shoppers later that year. In 2018, McDonald's took 7,000 square feet of the remaining space, opening a 2-story restaurant. Toys R Us remained out of Times Square for just 18 months, before the toy chain returned with a new pop-up store for the holiday season. The new store, while much smaller, also featured elaborate toy displays, and in a nod to the original store, a smaller dinosaur robot. The store was planned to stay open until the new year, but it lasted a few months longer, continuing its run into 2018. Less than 1 month after the pop-up location opened, on September 18, 2017, Toys R Us filed for bankruptcy. The company began liquidating assets, and after a disastrous 2017 holiday season, the chain had no hope of recovering. By May of 2018, all of the chain's domestic stores had been closed. The brand would see a small-scale revival effort within the past 2 years, but as of now, there have been no more ventures into Times Square. Many wondered what became of Toys R Us Times Square's most beloved attractions, such as the dinosaur animatronic. When asked, the president of the construction company tasked with demolishing Toys R Us Times Square said, quote, "The dinosaur? We shredded it and burnt it to pieces. The Superman figure saw a better fate. and it would reemerge on a collector's site with a hefty price tag of $9,800. However, the
And more,
best preserved
actually.
pieces of Toys R Us Times Square would be that of the Ferris wheel, with many of the character cars being transported to Orlando, Florida, where they would become parade floats at Give Kids the World Village. Due to licensing issues,
But it actually.
ET had to be covered up with a gift bag.
It's funny.
Toys R Us Times Square did not save the company, and it was not a profitable venture. However, it was successful in creating a memorable and beloved location for tens of millions of shoppers and tourists from all around the world. It was far more than a store or even an attraction. It was an experience. But it takes a lot
I'm gonna
more
say that
than
it was an
creative toy
experience.
displays, a unique location, or even a Ferris wheel to elevate a store into something more meaningful. It takes people, and the employees of Toys R Us Times Square were given a tall order. They had to endure raging grandmas, pepper sprayers, flash mobbers, holiday shoppers, stage parents, anti-Semitic Elmos, and millions of more people from all around the world. But despite the challenge, the team at Toys R Us Times Square was able to deliver a unique and memorable experience to millions. Joanne Newbold's brilliant store design would have never been appreciated in full without the work of these people, many of whom were there from the store's opening in 2001 to its closure in 2015. There's no better summation of the weird, chaotic, and special experience that was Toys R Us Times Square than the one provided by customer service manager Johnny Tamaro on the store's final day of operation.
14 years. That's how long we've been here. That's how long this store has been an amazing place for millions of people from all over the world and all over the country and all over the city. Who else do you know in your life that either lost their job or their job finished and the whole freaking world knew about it? Not too many people.
We're famous buyers.
We're famous buyers. I have a list of things I won't forget. Things. Number one, do you know where the bathroom is? Number two, is this candy free? Number six, well, can't you check the back room? Number eight, how do I get out of here? Those are things I will not miss. I got a list of things I will miss. It's just one word. You.
Much Kia. Dang, that was short. Another one. Stay eating. Disney Channel theme. I guess.
On November 15th, 1926, the National Broadcasting Company hit the airwaves
I'm still getting titles for dinner tacos. Taco.
for the first time. At this point, broadcast networks were still relatively new, and while impressive, the process was not without its issues. NBC's programming was broadcast from New York City, transmitted via telephone wire to 19 affiliate stations, and then sent via radio into the homes of listeners. A major difficulty was communication between the network headquarters and the affiliate stations. Some networks utilized two lines between parties: a telephone line that transmitted the programming, and a telegraph line that transmitted memos between employees. NBC did not have the latter, so when it came time for the affiliate stations to manually switch between programs, they were often unsure when the programming block was going to end, resulting in a clumsy operation that affected the listening experience. Almost immediately after its debut, NBC was looking for a way to solve this issue. Rather than spend time and money running telegraph lines to all of its affiliates, NBC needed to send the message that programming was going to conclude through the programming itself. This message needed to be clear enough that the affiliate stations would know to make the switch, but not disruptive to those listening to the programming. An NBC announcer, Phillips Carlin, had previously been the announcer of the B.F. Goodrich Silvertown Orchestra program, which was introduced by a series of chimes. Carlin suggested that a short series of notes be played at the end of programming, signaling to the affiliate stations to make switches while offering a pleasant melody to listeners. The original NBC melody consisted of 7 notes, which would be played by the announcer at the end of the program. This sequence proved too complicated for many announcers, and after a few years of experimenting, the melody would be simplified to just 3 notes: G, E, C.
Is
While
that
not
sound
the
like a
first
horror movie
musical
thing?
network
That sounds awful. That sounds like a horror movie thing. Hey, I don't like that. Yeah, that sounds scary. Yeah, that sounds scary.
identifier put in place, the NBC chimes was the first to be recognized nationwide and was the first iconic sound signature in the United States. As more radio and eventually television networks entered the media landscape throughout the 20th century, many would try to create sound signatures of their own. Most often, the branding would only last a few years before being refreshed, and the sound signatures with the most longevity would often not be themes representing the network as a whole, but rather a specific programming block, such as a theme for news or sports. Still, there were a few network themes that became permanent. The NBC chimes are still used today, 90 years after being introduced. In 1984, Nickelodeon debuted a theme sung by jazz musician Eugene Pitt and produced by roots musician Tom Pompisello. Nickelodeon! This sound signature remains the network's theme and has been remixed countless times in the 40 years since being introduced. In 1993, HBO debuted the HBO Static Angel. The branding was created by a team led by HBO's head of production, Bruce Richmond, and the logo and short music cues still appear with HBO original programming nearly 3 decades later. The NBC chimes, the Nickelodeon mnemonic, and the HBO Static Angel are all iconic sound signatures.
It's weird because of streaming, we don't need these sound cues anymore. And yet they're still present. It's weird.
Recognizable to generations of viewers. However, there is another network theme that fits this description, a theme that has been playing for 2 decades and has achieved an iconic status for generations as well. This is the Disney Channel theme. The theme comprises 4 notes. 4 notes that debuted in the early 2000s. 4 notes that dominated through the network's rise and peak in popularity. 4 notes that are still being used on the channel today. The Disney Channel theme was created by...
Look.
The Disney Channel theme was created by... The Disney Channel theme was created by...
We made it. Uh-oh. Who's the secret? Did you guys make it? Did you make that? Why'd y'all make that? I
I have
Kevin.
no idea. We should be good. Can you hear me okay?
I can hear you great.
Okay, great. Andrew Barth Feldman, Sis, Damian Haas, you are a star on stage and screen, and you have appeared in a Disney television production.
That's right.
You are a star of stage
Am.
and screen.
Am.
You are a Disney Channel fan.
Some would say.
You have been on Disney Channel.
I have been on Disney Channel, yes.
I invited you here
I know this
to
guy.
ask you one question. So here we go.
Why do I know this guy? Did y'all make the theme? Why'd y'all make the theme? Did y'all make the Disney Channel theme? Why'd y'all do that?
So this is my question.
Which one of you did this?
Do you know the Disney Channel theme?
I feel like I do.
Do you know the Disney Channel theme song?
It makes me think like a Hillary Duff, like, hi, I'm Hillary Duff, and you're watching the Disney Channel, and then it'd be like,
I know it.
It's hi, you're watching Disney Channel. That's the theme.
Yeah, but like the theme
But
music.
That's not the theme. That is something, and the theme is in there.
It is there? There is one?
Yes, there is a theme.
Oh my god.
Isn't it the dun 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 dun? Isn't that it? Isn't it the dun 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 dun? Isn't that it? Isn't that the theme?
Don't.
Yeah!
That's right, you
I
got
was
it.
right! I was
know.
right!
or is it like, bam, bam,
I
bam,
know.
bam, or something like that?
That is really close.
Close.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, really
It's
close.
actually...
Yeah, I was right.
Yeah, of course.
Isn't it weird that we don't know who wrote that theme?
No.
I don't like this lady. I don't like this lady.
Okay.
We don't know who wrote the Nickelodeon theme.
Yes, we do.
I don't.
But you could know if you wanted.
Sure, and I'm sure we could know if we wanted to know who wrote
But
the
we
Disney Channel
can't.
theme.
Nobody
Okay,
knows.
go.
So what I'm going to try to do is a legitimate investigation
Okay,
where I try to figure out who wrote this theme.
great.
I'm catching you at such a crazy time in this journey that you're on. I can't wait to see where it goes.
Honest, I'm goated. I guessed it. I was right.
I've always been fascinated with television programming, specifically programming breaks. The content
Right.
before, after, and in between shows. Not the commercials, but the bumpers, network identifications, and interstitial programming. It is a fascinating liminal space, full of subtle reassurances. Here's where you are, here is what you've been watching, and here's what's next. Don't leave. Don't go anywhere. Don't worry. We'll be right back. At the peak of television's popularity, these breaks even acted as extensions of the main content, to the point that, absent of this material, context is lost. You can watch an episode of Full House or Family Matters on DVD, but without the TGIF branding and interstitials, there's a key component to the viewing experience that is missing. You can watch All That or Clarissa Explains It All on streaming, but it is a fundamentally different experience removed from the SNCC branding. There is no channel where this symbiosis is more apparent than Disney Channel. Unlike its rivals Cartoon Network and Nickelodeon, Disney Channel does not have traditional commercial breaks with content produced by third-party advertisers. Instead, the channel uses this time in a variety of creative ways. This programming, which has been watched by millions of people for over 2 decades, is surrounded and accented by 4 simple notes. But how do you trace back their origins? Where do you even begin?
Pick up, Kevin. Pick up, Kevin. That's a crazy alarm clock. Yes, my sandwich. When this artist would just be bro, calm down. But I'm gonna read these. But Fraud's King Chief was here's of his theme park YouTube channel to consider upload that he creates as did them, but he never stopped him. That his relationship to the sandwich Disney is now the sandwich of the future. That he couldn't stop the hate time. He would just say, "It's not even good," before downing another brand code in a seagull cult. The gym videos, bro. Calm down. Up, KP? Not KP?
Alright, let's establish our timeline. On April 18th, 1983, the Disney Channel debuted in the United States. As we've discussed a lot on Defunct TV, the Disney Channel was originally a premium cable service, following the successful model created by HBO a decade earlier. Subscribers of the Disney Channel were treated to reruns of classic Disney films, shows, and shorts, along with a selection of original programming and some cool bumpers. The Disney Channel logo featured Mickey's silhouette in front of a television with scan lines. This would often be accompanied by a Mickey-shaped satellite that became an icon of the channel in its early years. The channel did not have a dedicated theme when it debuted, so various instrumentals of Zippity Doo-Dah were used in the bumpers.
The Disney Channel.
In 1986, just 3 years after debuting, the Disney Channel was given its first big refresh. While the logo stayed the same, the tone of the channel was changed significantly, transitioning from its original dramatic, cinematic approach to one that was more lighthearted and Disney. This came with a new series of channel identifications that featured the disembodied hands of Mickey Mouse performing some sort of task or activity that resulted in the creation of the Disney Channel logo. These bumpers were brilliantly shot, visually stunning, and also a bit unsettling. There's something disturbing about only seeing Mickey's hands in puppet form and never hearing his voice. In one of these bumpers, Mickey goes into a photo booth, and you think surely this will be the one where we see his face, but no, the photos just come out smudged and blurred. Scary stuff. This bumper is also terrifying, but it's definitely on purpose this time. Mickey is having a nightmare in which his hand is being chased by a ghost, and then the Disney Channel logo itself. The hand then runs down a hallway made of the other bumpers, and all of those bumpers' hands begin to attack this bumper's hand. And one of the attacking bumpers is the bumper we're watching. The bumper ends with Mickey's alarm waking him up, which is a total cliche. But otherwise, the bumper is the best bumper. It bumps. Many of the musical cues in these channel IDs are similar, but the Disney Channel still lacked a distinct theme. However, an original song was created to promote the channel, and they did not hold back on the energy. This rather long musical number culminated in families and Disney characters singing "Disney's Our Channel," and among the choir was everyone's favorite Disney character.
Our channel,
Michael
This song
Eisner!
often ended with one of the most violent logo reveals in the history of television.
Wow.
A few years later, in the early 90s, more channel IDs in the POV style were created, except rather than puppetry, these new ones used claymation, and instead of featuring Mickey's hands, this batch was from the perspective of Donald. In 1995, the Disney Channel began to phase out the scanline portion of its logo, opting to just use the text to represent the channel. This would not last long though, as 2 years later in 1997, the channel would have its most significant change yet, transitioning from a premium cable service to a basic cable channel. Disney would drop the in the channel's name, becoming simply Disney Channel. A new logo was created with a Mickey-shaped television that various characters would be composited into. This refresh also gave Disney Channel its most distinct musical theme yet. These branding changes were just part of a massive transition for Disney Channel. Up to this point, most of the Disney Channel's original programming was 27 minutes. But after the switch to basic cable, the channel would transition to television standard 22-minute programs. This meant that Disney Channel's 27-minute programming would be phased out and replaced with new content, and also that for every 30 minutes of airtime, the channel would need 8 minutes of programming breaks. Disney Channel assured its longtime viewers that they would not be filling this time with commercials, which was somewhat true. Disney Channel would take on very few sponsorships from outside companies, instead opting to advertise the countless products being sold throughout the Disney company. This turned Disney Channel into a synergy machine, seamlessly promoting its films, TV shows, products, and theme parks. However, it would be a disservice to call these tie-ins simply commercials, as they were formatted in such a way that they could be viewed as original programming. For instance, within a year of the transition to basic cable, Disney Channel began airing a program called Movie Surfers. Movie Surfers gave viewers an inside look at the newest Disney feature film, with child actors serving as entertainment reporters. Ideas such as these were brilliant and a sign of what was to come, but at this point in the late 90s, Disney Channel was still very much in a period of transition and experimentation, and not every idea stuck. Coming out of the switch to basic cable, Disney Channel created 3 distinct programming blocks. First, Playhouse Disney was created as a morning block with programming aimed at preschoolers. Second, Vault Disney was created to air classic films, television programs, and shorts. Vault Disney would air at night and throughout the early morning. Finally, over a year after the rebrand, a third programming block was introduced to Disney Channel, an afternoon block aimed at tweens and teens named Zoog Disney. Zoog Disney had its own theme, its own
Name what?
tweens and teens named Zoog Disney.
Lurshibado. Zuba. Dorp. Lurshibado. Zuba. What the deep is Abadu? Nothing.
Zoog Disney had its own theme, its own characters, and even its own world. The Zoogs were a group of robots that lived inside of the bits and bytes between the television and computer screen. Their entire backstory is explained in their theme song, including the odd detail that they've been alive since the birth of fire. And since it was released in 1998, each character was introduced in a rap.
My name's Joe. I'm a Zoog. Got a place just for you.
The Zoog Disney programming block was an attempt to appeal to the tweens and teens of the late 90s that were becoming more and more interested in this thing called the interweb. It also served the dual purpose of promoting the tie-in website. The lineup for Zoog Disney was initially pretty sparse, with Disney needing to syndicate shows such as Growing Pains while it built its own tween programming. Though Disney really only needed to syndicate the 7th season of Growing Pains because this was the one that featured a young Leonardo DiCaprio, which allowed the channel to brand an entire week of programming as Leonardo Week.
Yeah.
In 2000, Disney Channel introduced a new variant of the 1997 logo, removing the characters in the middle and giving it a more modern, hip look. The Zoogs were also given a CG redesign with more human-looking characters, and Disney Channel even created Zoog video games and action figures. A new sound signature was also circulated around this time, but it was less of a musical mnemonic and more 2 melodic shouts. With the premieres of Even Stevens in 2000 and Lizzie McGuire in 2001, Disney Channel was on its way to establishing itself as a major competitor in the preteen demographic, which at the time was dominated by Nickelodeon. By 2002, Disney Channel was ready for another refresh. The 3 programming block model might have helped with the transition from premium cable, but it was no longer needed. The block with the most successful branding, Playhouse Disney, would remain. The Vault Disney block would be retired entirely, as Disney Channel was going all in on tween programming. The Zoog Disney branding would also be dropped, while most of its content would remain. Movie Surfers would continue to produce more episodes, and more interstitial programs in a similar vein were created. The previous movie block branding, Zoog Movie, would become Disney Channel Movie, with a brand new song that would become iconic for viewers of the channel. Perhaps most significantly, the rebranding would bring a new logo and a new channel theme. These additions first appeared at some point in late 2002.
Hey, really?
So I figure the first step in finding out who wrote the Disney Channel theme is finding when the theme first appeared. The Disney Channel Wikia said this came about sometime in September of 2002, so let's watch some ads from September of 2002.
Kids like you express themselves every day on Disney Channel.
It does help to talk about September 11th, because, you get it out of
Me too, man. What?
you, and you get to be heard. It was such a traumatic event that, how could you forget?
If you had heard me last year, that's all I would have been talking about.
It's definitely a healing process.
Disney Channel. Express yourself.
Oh, thank God. I really thought that was going to be the first appearance of the theme. This segment, this Express Yourself segment, I feel like I've seen something like this before, where the teen stars of the channel do these sit-downs, but usually it's about friends or the homework they pretend to do, but it's not about 9/11 usually. So after a bit more research, I found a lot more of these 9/11 PSAs, most of which were from right after the September 11th attacks in 2001. And these have been recirculated recently. About a year ago, there was a bunch of news stories looking back on these PSAs. But none of those look back on the ones that were a year later, which visually are a lot less patriotic, which makes the transition into talking about 9/11 far more jarring. Anyways.
When you give, you get back a lot more. Check out Disney Adventures magazine for all the details.
You can make a difference. Kids can make a big difference.
So this is still the old logo, and I haven't heard the new theme yet, but I also haven't seen any Zoog Disney branding. So in the timeline here, it seems this is after Zoog Disney was retired, but before the new assets went into circulation. I'll watch a few more from this batch just to make sure.
Kids like you express themselves every day on Disney Channel.
One of the positive sides of September 11th.
All right, that's enough of that. I
What?
don't think the theme is in this batch, so let's move on. One comment does say, it's awesome you got a September 2002 Disney Channel airing from before the retool/logo change. So that makes me optimistic that the Wikia is right and that September 2002 is when we get the new logo. Not sure if that's when the theme's going to show up, though. Also, huge thank you to... On November 15th, 1926, the national broadcast... Not about 9/11 attack a bunch of years late 11
More. Check.
Zoog desired, but sure. That I say, it's awesome you got it change. So that makes me optimistic that the Wikia is right and that September 2002 is when we get the new logo.
Siege came off.
Not sure if that's when the theme's going to show up, though. Also, huge thank you to archivists that upload programming breaks. These are specifically from Southpaw Frizzle. I view it as legitimately important historical work. These are time capsules that could have easily been lost. That's the old theme. So this is still before the retool. Gosh darn it. Let's see if there's any of those Express Yourself ads in here.
And a
I
button
think
by
that
accident
kids
again.
should just be friends with their friends for who they are and not worry about where they came from or who their parents are.
I agree.
Someone differently just because of what someone else has done.
A lot of my friends, they're treated differently because of the whole September 11 situation.
Oh my gosh, I thought this was going to be a normal one. This was before Disney Channel's look.
What? Die!
Situation.
Oh my gosh.
Also, Cameron has a beard, more
I thought
glasses.
this was going to be a normal one. This was before Disney Channel's logo changed a few days later on October 7th, 2002 by CA Square. And then Evans Media Archive says, nope, they changed it on September 30th, 2002. There's no way somebody uploaded something from September 30th, 2002, is there? Oh my gosh.
Go like this.
This is September 30th, 2002, and that's the new Playhouse Disney logo down there. We're so close.
Boy Meets World.
Wait.
After that, it's a twin thing.
Wait.
Sister.
On Disney Channel.
That was it. That was the 4-note mnemonic. We found it. So the new logo and 4-note theme debuted the week of September 30th, 2002, but we're still missing a key feature of the rebrand. I don't see any of the wand IDs. I don't see them drawing anything. The Disney Channel channel identification, or wand IDs as they are most often referred to, are a series of bumpers that feature a star of the channel stating their name and the program in which they appear, before uttering the classic line,
And you're watching Disney Channel.
It's almost unnecessary to describe these bumpers, because they are by far the most iconic and...
Have y'all seen, like, the video where, like, people showed what they're actually drawing? Because they're not drawing the Disney logo. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Hold on. Found it.
Hey, I'm Hilary Duff from Lizzie McGuire, and you're watching Disney Channel.
Nice.
Hey, I'm Hilary Duff from Lizzie McGuire, and you're watching Disney Channel.
Guys, it's the Disney logo. Guys! It's the Disney logo, guys!
Okay. Hi, I'm Raven from That's So Raven, and you're watching Disney Channel.
That was not even close.
Hi, I'm Raven from That's
No,
So
it's
Raven,
not.
and you're watching Disney Channel.
Very nice.
No, not very nice.
I get to draw. Hi, I'm Jake Thomas from Lizzie McGuire, and you're watching Disney Channel.
Jake, what's up, Jake? Dude, you suck at this.
Is my outline okay?
Yeah, I think it feels good. Andrew?
I'm like going way over here, is that cool? Hi, I'm Annalisa, and you're watching the Disney Channel.
Say where you're from. That's also not the Disney logo.
I'm
It's a duck! Hey!
Okay.
It's a duck! You're a duck! What is she drawing? That's not even close.
Mouse. Did anyone see that?
Yo, what's up? I'm Orlando Brown from That's So Raven, and you're watching Disney Channel.
What's up, Orlando?
Man, that was some of my best
Ow.
work.
Now he was so close! He was so close! No way!
Hey, what's up? I'm Orlando Brown from... What's the name? That's So Raven. Okay.
Hi, I'm
Almost.
Stephen Anthony Lawrence
Almost.
from Stephen Stevens, and you're watching Disney Channel. Ta-da!
Yeah, good job, buddy!
I'm Elaine from Lizzie McGuire, and you're watching Disney Channel.
You got this, I believe in you. That was not even close. Ah. That does make me laugh. I love that video.
and recognizable aspect of Disney Channel that exists outside of the programming. And they are one of the most famous channel identifications in the history of television. For broadcast networks, channel IDs such as these are actually mandatory. Stations must air an identification during sign-on and sign-off, as well as every hour on the hour.
This is station KMBC, Channel 9, Kansas City.
This is because broadcast television uses public airwaves and is subject to the identification standards set by the Federal Communications Commission. Cable channels, on the other hand, are private, and instead of using airwaves, cable uses cables. and satellites. So while cable channels such as Disney Channel don't legally have to air channel identifications, there are still many reasons why programmers might create these types of bumpers. For children's television, the FCC mandates that there's a clear separation between the programming and the commercials. This is due to the fact that children have child brains that can't always tell when Max and Ruby has ended and a commercial for Floam has begun. This is what initially led to some of the most famous bumpers in children's television, including the famous After These Messages bumpers from ABC. A channel identification after the commercials and before the programming can also qualify as a reasonable separation of the two. Another common use for channel IDs and bumpers in general is that they provide a buffer before and after the commercial block. This way, if the beginning or end of the commercial block is cut off due to a glitch or an error, it will only cut into the bumper and not the commercial. This prevents the channel from losing any revenue from its advertisers. Another, more obvious reason for a channel ID is the benefit to the viewer. While today it is almost entirely irrelevant, before the advent of modern television interfaces, viewers often had no way of knowing what network they were watching as they surfed through channels, so having someone say it out loud was actually pretty helpful. Perhaps the most important aspect of a channel ID, though, is branding, and this is the true genius of the Disney Channel Wand IDs. In the course of just a few seconds, the channel was able to present one of their stars, one of their programs, the channel's name, and the channel's logo as one unified product. After comparing this to the chaos and randomness of Zoog Disney, it is no wonder why these idents were so successful in rebranding.
No, she wasn't even close there. Did y'all see that? Look at that. She's not even on it. What the heck?
These idents were so successful in rebranding the channel, which is why it's so surprising that there are no Wand IDs from late 2002, or I should say, almost no one.
She wasn't even close there either.
Who is this kid? This nobody was the first person to draw the Disney Channel logo. He's also really good. He is a pro. Look at those circles. It seems that this kid, whose bumper aired throughout late 2002, was the first person to appear in a Wand identification, even if only technically. The first batch of Wand IDs with the channel stars would not air until June of 2003, 8 months after the rebrand. Prior to their debut, Disney Channel would rely on a different set of channel IDs that were far more elaborate in scope and used an impressive amount of visual effects for the time. Each bumper featured children using their imaginations to make an ordinary situation magical, before returning back to reality as the Disney Channel logo was revealed. Like the other bumpers from this refresh, these idents also ended with the 4-note theme. Watching these back to back, it's interesting to note how different the music cues are. They all have different tones, instrumentation, and progressions. Often, the only common element is the final 4 notes, which also vary slightly in key and rhythm. These imagination IDs would continue to air on the channel, albeit less often, after the introduction of the Wand IDs. The initial batch of Wand IDs featured such stars as Hilary Duff for Lizzie McGuire, Raven Simone for That's So Raven, and America Ferrera for the Disney Channel original movie Gotta Kick It Up. This batch also included 2 animated Wand IDs, one for animated Lizzie and another for Kim Possible, Ron Stoppable, and Rufus. It is hard to properly explain just how popular these bumpers were. It seemed that every child that watched the channel desperately wanted to do one.
Me and my friend have glow sticks one day, and on the commercials you can see where they have those little glow sticks and they're going. And me and my friend like to play around. It's like, I'm Selena, but we're watching Disney Channel. We like to draw it all the time.
They never had you do a Wand ID, despite you being on the channel.
No, and I could talk about my disappointment with that all day. That's all I wanted to do. That was all I wanted to do, because if I ever flipped the channel, odds are I would see, like, what's up? I'm Juggy Brodelteen, and you're watching the Disney Channel, and do the little dudes. The closest I ever got was they had my zombie character host, like, it's Disney Halloween special week, and, you know.
Oh, so you had a bumper.
I had a bumper, but it was with my character that was a zombie and was co-hosted by someone who did all the talking. So we never did the Mickey. It was just always like, you know, coming up next is whatever, and I'd be like, ah, no! And they'd be like, that's right, it is a new episode.
These bumpers have remained relevant with Disney Channel fans old and new. In 2019, the Disney Now app debuted a feature that allowed users to make their own Wand IDs. And at the 2022 D23 Disney Fan Convention, there was even a photo op where you could pretend to do one. The Wand IDs have even found a broader legacy outside of just those that watch the channel, reaching the true indicator of cultural notability: memes. The original badge constantly circulates online, with fans editing the footage to display the stars' drawings more realistically, showcasing just how bad these actors are at drawing what appears to be a fairly simple logo. Returning to the initial batch that was aired on the channel, the clever editing around these awful drawings is evident. I think the worst one has to be Spencer Breslin, who even in the edited version is still noticeably off. But to be fair, he probably had other things on his mind.
If you had heard me last year, that's all I would have been talking about.
I had seen these edited versions a few times, but I just thought of something while revisiting them. Where did this footage come from? These are obviously outtakes and not taken from the original idents. Sure enough, I was able to find a few of these outtakes, and there are a few things that stood out to me. First, this line from Hilary Duff.
Oh, it's mouse ears.
Yeah, it's mouse.
Oh.
There you go. It seems that the stars were not sure what they were even supposed to be drawing, which makes you wonder what instructions they were given. Most likely, they were told they were drawing the new logo, and this was just her noticing that they were mouse ears for the first time. Hilary Duff is one of the first to ever see the new logo and the first to ever do a Wand ID, and she has no point of reference for what the final version will look like, and has no concept of just how iconic these bumpers will become. This is the burden of the trailblazer and the solitude of the trendsetter.
They made us do it like 900 times. I think I had like lost all personality at that point. Plus I was like pubescent teen. I was like, what are they making me do? This is invisible. This is not cool.
Another thing I noticed is that these outfits are the same ones used in the Express Yourself bumpers / 9/11 PSAs.
That's really funny.
This means that the channel had a wardrobe for the stars whenever they were appearing as themselves, or that these were filmed on the same day or days. Both are likely. Finally, and most importantly, I noticed this. That is a slate. It is used for sound synchronization and shot organization. Clapperboards typically feature the scene, shot, and take, as well as the name of the director of photography and the director. It's difficult to make out, but the top name is labeled DIR, and the bottom is labeled CAM. This means that someone named G. Owen directed at least the production of the first batch of Wand IDs. Despite not airing until June of 2003, it is safe to assume that these Wand IDs were actually shot with the Express Yourself segments in 2002. The actors' clothes are the same, they look the same age, and they were all part of the same massive refresh. The Disney Channel Wikia claims that the Wand IDs were filmed along with the Express Yourself ads, specifically in August of 2002. If true, this makes perfect sense within the timeline. The channel probably set October as the month the refresh would kick in. As we discovered, many of these changes actually debuted on September 30th, but that was the Monday of the first week of October, so this still tracks. The only part of the August shoot that was time sensitive was the 9/11 PSAs, which were designed to debut before the refresh during the 1-year anniversary of the attacks that September. The post-production of these segments was likely expedited to meet the deadline, and the channel made sure that these all ended with the old logo. This is almost too perfect. These 9/11 PSAs were designed to only air in September of 2002, as all of the stars are referencing the 1-year anniversary specifically. These would never air again, so only these would retain the old logo and would never need an updated version. The other Express Yourself ads were definitely shot at the same time, were designed to air at any time and in perpetuity, all end with the new logo, and for the record, have a very different tone than the 9/11 ones.
Ooh, I love food.
Express yourself.
Assuming G. Owen directed the Wand IDs from pre to post-production, then they must know who wrote the music, and therefore the theme. This is the most solid lead I have, but there is just one problem. I don't know their first name, and searching for G. Owen or any variation of did not return solid results. I assume that the voice in the outtakes is the director, and it sounds masculine, so I looked for Gregory, Gary, George, Gerald, Gabriel, Gavin, Grant, Jerry, before eventually trying Glenda, Gabby, Grace, Gretel, Gwen, and Gertrude before giving up. I still feel like this is a key to the puzzle. I just cannot find the answer right now, so I'm going to have to go in a different direction. Thank you for calling the Development Tip Line. If you have any leads on who might have written the Disney Channel theme, please leave a message after the beep.
Hey, Kevin. Yeah, I know who wrote the Disney Channel theme song. It was this guy. It was Joe. Yeah, it was Joe Mama. Joe Mama wrote the Disney Channel theme song. So yeah, hope that helps.
Hey, I've got a tip. Why don't you start
searching the Disney Channel theme. Have you ever heard of the Mighty Mighty Boss Tones?
The Mighty Mighty Bosstones are a ska band that was formed in Boston, Massachusetts in 1983. The band was originally started by blah 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 blah. All you need to know is that in 1997, the band released the hit single, The Impression That I Get. This is by far the most popular Mighty Mighty Bosstones song, and for our purposes, its relevance is found in the repeated horn riff heard throughout the track. Let me know if you hear anything familiar. Yes, The Impression That I Get by the Mighty Mighty Bosstones seemingly features what would become the Disney Channel theme 5 years later. The riff does include the same notes, and the rhythm is similar, but this is only the first half of this riff. The reason that I mention this is not because I think the composer of the theme stole from the Mighty Mighty Bosstones. It is also not because I think the theme was written by a Bostonian. I mention this because there is almost no information on the Disney Channel theme online, and everywhere I seem to go, if there is discussion on these 4 notes, someone will bring up this song. So while I don't think this is part of the mystery, the Mighty Mighty Bosstones have made the board, although I am going to put them way over here. With that out of the way, let's see if we can find some more promising leads. There are 2 major music licensing organizations that composers and artists join, and that's ASCAP and BMI, and they have a shared database. So if you want to license something, all you have to do is go to this search engine and search for the song, and it'll tell you who owns it, who wrote it, who has the ability to license it. Now, I'm not sure that the composer that wrote the theme would have submitted to ASCAP and BMI, as Disney Channel owns it 100%, but it's the best lead I have right now, so let's search. You can search by title, you can search by composer, you can search by publisher, but I'm just going to type in Disney Channel and see what happens. Whoa, there are 4 pages. There are so many compositions. There are 77 results. I thought we'd have no results. Now I'm thinking we have too many. Okay, let's see what they give us. Arnheider Theodore Linkfield. That's a great name. It just says Disney Channel. It doesn't tell you anything. It doesn't say the year. The composition is just titled Disney Channel. Okay, here's another one.
Could they play
Disney
it?
Channel. We have at least publishers this time. Disney Luft Raus. Is that German? Air Out. Air Out. Like Disney Channel, is that what like a bumper's called? Like an air out? Okay, that's German Disney Channel. Okay, this is Japanese Disney Channel. Japan Central Music Limited. It's not Disney Channel 10th anniversary because that would have been 93 or something like that. David Norland is credited for writing at least half of these results. I mean, look at how many he made. But how do we verify that he wrote the theme? Because these don't give much away. Okay, so these alternate titles are actually what the announcer is saying. So, and now back to, yeah, so it says, and now back to right here. Sweet Niblets, Hannah Montana. I bet you I can find the one that says Sweet Niblets. And if it ends with the theme, David Norland wrote the theme. Okay, we got this. Let's do it.
Rock stardom? No biggie. New boy crushes? Whoa, stop the presses! Catch the drama of Hannah Montana on Disney Channel.
We're waiting for Sweet Niblets.
Hannah Miley? Oh, I know. Hang out with Hannah and Miley on Hannah Montana right here on Disney Channel. Stick around. Hannah Montana will be right back on Disney Channel. Let's get back to Hannah Montana on
Say Sweet Niblets.
Hannah Montana's next, part of Disney Channel's Summer of Stars. Don't go away. Hannah Montana will be right back. Disney Channel's Summer of Stars.
You see, Gavin, holy.
Hannah Montana.
Hannah Montana.
Hannah Montana. All part of That's So Sweet Life of Hannah Montana. Hannah Montana. Hannah Montana. Sweet Niblets. Hannah Montana.
Yes, we got it. But is the theme there?
Hannah Montana will be right back on Disney Channel.
It is.
It is.
It's there. Sweet Niblets. Hannah Montana Disney promo. David Richard Christopher Norland. Now I just got to figure out how to get in touch with this guy. His website does not mention working for Disney Channel. I'm 95% sure this is the David Norland that wrote for Disney Channel. And I found a way to contact him. I really hope he responds. Good news, David Norland responded. Bad news, he did not write the Disney Channel theme. He started writing for the channel in 2007, so the mnemonic predated his involvement. However, I still asked if he would be willing to do an interview, because he wrote many instrumentals using the 4-note theme and he very well might know who wrote it. Another reason I'd love to speak with him is because he started writing for the channel in 2007. When I saw that year, 2 words immediately came to mind: ribbon era. A common practice among those who study and teach history is to separate long spans of time and large amounts of information into smaller, more digestible eras. But how does one go about breaking apart history? Sometimes it's more obvious than others. For instance, the history of China is most often told through its dynasties, and it is very clear when each dynasty begins and ends. Disney's film history has also...
And because the beginning/ending of a dynasty is when like 6,000, like 6 million people died. That's how the dinosaur right now, dinosaur!
famously been separated into eras, such as the Golden Age, Silver Age, and the most well-known, the Disney Renaissance. While most breakdowns of the Disney animation eras explain the historical reason for the change, I find that these eras are separated less by history and more by the quality of the films. Sometimes there is a historical reason for a dip in quality, such as the wartime era. But by the time you get to the post-Renaissance, the general reasoning for the distinction is, these are the less good ones. Except for the one that you love. That's my favorite.
Come on, not all of these. Like this one.
Distinction is, these are...
I don't really care for chicken lit, or I think it says that. The chicken one where he goes like, the sky is falling. Like this one, I loved Bull, I loved Meet the Robinsons. Like these 3 down here are like Titans. I liked this one. Never seen this one. Didn't like this one. Don't even know what this one is.
Good ones. Except for the one that you love. That's my favorite too. So what about Disney Channel? How is its history separated by the fans that study it like the great epic that it is? Is it separated?
No, you have no idea. I wanted to be Kim Possible when I grew up. I laughed Kim Possible. I wanted to be Kim Possible so bad.
By TV shows, or what about the DComs? Surprisingly, the general consensus among fans is that Disney Channel history should be separated by the bumpers. This is not ahistorical, as each change in bumper design typically coincided with other significant changes to the channel in terms of branding and strategy.
This is mine. I know. Ow! Guys, my brain is big. I got big brainy. I know a lot of things, but means I'm smart.
Nomenclature is most often related to the style of the bumpers. The era from 1983 to 1997 is typically labeled early beginnings, because most Disney Channel fans consider the channel's 1997 rebranding as the true start to the channel as they know it. 1997 to 2002 is an obvious era, and is sometimes labeled the 3-block era, the Zoog Disney era, or the Mickey TV era. 2002 to 2007 is often referred to as the bounce era, for the way the logo bounces around the screen during the bumpers. In 2007, the channel was given another refresh, retaining many elements from the bounce era, with the main difference being updated music cues and bumpers that featured a ribbon twirling around the screen before forming the Disney Channel logo. This era is thus referred to as the ribbon era. In 2010, the bumpers were refreshed once again, now placing the classic logo inside of a rounded square. This was just after Disney Channel began the switch to high definition, allowing viewers to watch in a 16:9 aspect ratio. The original digital on-screen channel graphic, that little watermark in the corner of the screen, referred to as a network bug, was designed with the 4:3 aspect ratio in mind, and probably looked a bit awkward moved out to the far corner while still being attached to the bottom. The same could be said for pretty much all of the bumpers since 2002, as the classic logo hugs the left side of the screen in a way that would leave far too much empty space in a widescreen format. The new rounded square look was a compromise.
So, what was the standard aspect ratio on the 4:16:9? Let me research that real quick. Four by 3. What's the square? Interesting. Why did they lose 4x3? I wonder. Why they switched to 16x9? I don't understand. Technology's weird, bro.
Maintaining the design of the old logo, but placing it in a square that could be centered on the screen or placed equidistant from the corner. I imagine this entire era of television was annoying for those making bumpers, because consumers were still making the transition to HD and channels were simulcasting in standard definition and high definition. This meant that you would need to make your bumper in 16x9, but none of the critical elements could be pushed to the side. This resulted in a product that, when viewed in widescreen, feels too centered, because rather than this box being the area for all of your titles, you actually have to put them in this box. This also made the wand IDs look a bit awkward in the same.
Wider equal better? I mean, you could just make the entire screen bigger, though. Like, you can make it wider and taller, too. Why do we specifically go... I mean, I have an ultra-wide monitor, right? That's why I have my overlay. Because that's why I have my overlay to begin with. Because I have to have my overlay to turn my ultra-wide into 16x9, right? The reason I like my ultra-wide monitor, and I'm an ultra-wide monitor, like, apologist and stuff like that, is because it makes me feel like I'm, like, at a movie theater, right? That's my personal liking with it. But I don't really get why they, like, for TVs and stuff, why didn't they just do, like, we're making the entire TV bigger? Why does high definition have to be wider? I don't get it, I don't understand. You watch Captain Disillusion talk about ratios? Is it like a scientific thing? Like, when more people enjoying it, when the screen is wider instead of just bigger? Is that the main reason? Like I said, the reason I do ultra-wide for monitors is because, like, my main monitor is ultra-wide. And the reason that is because my main monitor is big. It's a big screen, right? And because it's a big screen, it makes it so it's kind of like I'm playing a game at a movie theater. I'm watching stuff at a movie theater, right? Oh, I didn't mean to right click. But also, I don't really understand why the switch to 16x9 was like such a big thing. Like, that's personal preference to me. I know people hate ultra-wide monitors. For me, I like it because it's like I said, it's like a movie theater. But that also doesn't explain why, like, the entire warning shifted from 4:3 to 16x9. Like, that's kind of funky to me. I don't know. Like, why do we go wider instead of wide and tall? Because the way resolution works, you can put the pixels on a screen, right? You just gotta make it wider and make it taller, right? But instead of making it taller, we just got wider. And why didn't we just get wider instead? I don't know. Why we didn't get taller as well, we just went wide. And I don't get it. Even if it's for like a scientific reason, I don't know.
Era when broadcast in HD, but we did get to see the dog with a blog wand ID, and he drew that logo way better than those kids. Good boy. In 2014, the rounded square era ended, and Disney Channel fans lost the logo that had been a staple of the channel since 2002. The new logo removed the iconic Mickey ears. Instead,
2010? Was that in 2010? Really? I remember way later than that. I think I just need the video. Okay. I'll watch it off stream sometime.
choosing to put ears on the dot of the eye in Disney. The wand IDs remained, with some major alterations. Instead of holding a giant glowing stick, the stars now held a wizard's wand. Instead of drawing the classic logo, the stars only drew the ears on the eye. And instead of being on a white background, the stars were placed in front of a generic location. In 2017, this changed to a colored background. And in 2018, the white background returned, as did the glow stick. These newer eras of Disney Channel have been separated into the glass or family era, the social media era, and most recently, the item age. Because there's items in the bumpers. We can work on that name, there's still time. So this leads to the obvious question. Which era is best? The answer is whichever era you watched as a kid. But if you looked at just pure popularity, then the Disney Channel peaked during the Ribbon era in 2007. This was helped in large part by the premiere of High School Musical 2, which was watched by 17.24 million people. This broke the record not only for the most watched premiere of a Disney Channel original movie, but also the record for the most watched program premiere on cable ever. That's all of cable, ever. It broke the record set the previous year by a Monday Night Football game, which itself broke a record set by the Al Gore-Ross Perot debate over NAFTA in 1993. It is obvious why High School Musical 2 was able to achieve this feat. The debate over NAFTA was an intense and important argument between two powerful political rivals, and Monday Night Football is consistently popular as it broadcasts the intensity and suspense of athletics. High School Musical 2 was able to combine these two ratings winners by showcasing both.
I didn't know High School Musical was by Disney. I didn't know that. I thought it was something that just aired on Disney. I didn't know Disney actually made the franchise.
The drama of sports, as well as a tantalizing debate, rather than the pros and cons to controversial trade legislation, with Perot on the side of anti-NAFTA and Gore on the side of pro-NAFTA. High School Musical 2 showcases a debate as to whether high schooler Chad Danforth can or cannot dance, with Chad squarely on the side of anti-dance, or as he says, I don't dance, and with theater kid Ryan Evans firmly on the side of pro-dance, or in his words, I know you can. This back and forth captured America in a way that neither the NAFTA debate or Monday Night Football could do on their own. When Chad replies to Ryan's assertion that he knows that he can dance, Chad, like a bullwhip, retorts, not a chance. 17 million people watched this premiere. If you clicked on this video, you were probably one of them. It impacted some more than others. In 2007, Disney Channel had an average of 2.
I also make other sort of videos on frame rates and screen resolutions, and I know why 60 is the standard for frame rates. I know why that's the case. It's because your eyes see in 60 FPS. I know why that's the standard. You don't need, the frame rate of your eyes is 60 FPS, and because of that, 60 is the standard, right? It gets to the point where once you start dipping above 60 FPS, you pretty much can't tell. You cannot tell the difference between specific aspect ratios. If you were to ask me what the difference between 30 and 60 FPS was, I could tell you. If you were to ask me the difference between 120 FPS and 150 FPS, I wouldn't be able to tell you. As soon as you reach that 60 FPS range, and your things start to get a little bit fuzzy because your brain and your eyes can't comprehend them. And because of that, 60 FPS is the standard, right? Aspect ratios, I don't understand. Then there's gotta be some kind of scientific reason why 16:9 became the standard. And why 4:3 was the standard before being replaced by 16:9. Because it's not, I can see more of the screen, right? That's not it, right? Because, you can put more pixels in a TV, in a screen. You just gotta make it wider and taller, right? You don't have to do that. You don't have to just make it wider. The solution is make it wider and taller and fit more pixels, right? Why did we just go wide instead of wide and tall? I don't know. Anyways, I'm finished eating, so I'm gonna be right back really quick. Just a second, I gotta go to the bathroom and stuff like that. You watch the video later? Okay, I'll check it out. Yes, I'm gonna go find my stuff away, wash my hands, to the bathroom, I'll be right back. Okie dokie, I'm back. Let me go ahead and boot up the game real quick. Unfortunately, that is all the time we had today. What? See you tomorrow. I did. Bye, Hex. Thank you for stopping by. Now, what do we need to do? You just... Dude, how did I loyal except reside? I think I'm gonna go ahead and do him next. I think that's what we're gonna do next, the Zying. Like, outfit a whole lot. This one right here, so we're probably gonna rock that. It's gonna do Zayid's mission. Oh, we were gonna go do the Blue Suns thing. We can do that too.
Anomaly detected.
Launch detected. Report to hazard shelters immediately. Repeat. Javelin Mark II
Probe
missile
away.
launch detected.
Scans have found something.
Javelin missiles? Oh, our Wallace. Where's everybody grab it? Yeah, well, Is this DLC?
Warning, 2 missiles are approaching target.
Major firefight here. Looks bad.
Nice. We should soften them up.
Change weapons! I'm taking fire.
One less to worry about.
Got you.
No shit, this I shoot. I'm gonna say shoot, my bad. This is not the way to go. Oh, down here.
I need cover.
Can't get a wall.
Oh shit. That one. Boy, dude. Where's it at?
There is only one remaining kill switch code. Therefore, only one missile can be stopped. Use the kill switch code to save your selected target.
What?
That should do it.
It's better to save the people's lives rather than a port. That's just me.
How may I help you, Commander?
Is there anything I should know?
Not anything else, Commander. I'll be here if you need anything.
Let's go talk to the wife.
Shepard, what can I do for you?
Have you got time to talk?
For you? I can, but I understand if you need to find someone else.
I don't want to risk your health.
Thank you. I want you to see what's under this damn helmet. I'll find a way.
Eat. What have you got for me? Make it snappy, 'cause I don't want to talk to you very long. You make me mad.
Hey,
What's happening?
you got a lot of questions, don't you?
I miss your friendly nature when you're not around.
Been thinking. We've seen a lot of shit together now, and you're always coming to talk to me. Shepard, you got feelings for me? Because I don't need the complication.
You have sound convinced.
I'm not buying it, Jack. You're trying too hard.
Screw you. You don't know me. I've had enough.
Fine with me.
Right? You're too needy. That's not my thing.
Right.
Stop that. Stop playing with me. This should be easy. Why aren't you easy? I don't want to deal with this right now. Leave me alone, Shepard. Just for a while.
Tell me about you.
I'm done talking. Okay. Talk later.
Who likes me too? You were very mother level scientist Solarian. My boy?
Just checking in.
Battlemaster, I am Shepard.
A big dog? Well, very model level scientist Solarian. This is the wrong area.
Yes, but my wife and daughter left in the nick of time. They're resting in San Francisco as we speak.
Commander. Well,
You have a minute,
there's a lot
Miranda?
to do, Shepard. Of course, Commander.
How can I help
Yeah.
you? Absolutely. Since you set up my kit, back to work.
We are very model level scientist Solarian.
Shepard, need me for something?
Have you got a minute?
Can it wait for a bit? I'll be here if you need me.
Yeah, sneezers. I'm Solarian.
Commander, can I help you with something?
I'm more interested in just...
I'm good, Shepard. Commander.
Shepard, how can I help?
Have you got a minute
Later,
to talk?
updating. Anything else? We'll be here if you need me.
No messages for you, Commander.
I shouldn't have talked over. Whatever. We're down to the chorus. And Stylish is pretty.
I have detected an anomaly.
Check all those tunnels for runners and report back to Captain Naren when you're done. Check all those tunnels for runners and report back to Captain Naren when you're
Probe
done.
launched.
Check all those...
I have found something.
Wearing the song.
Heads up.
We've been spotted.
They're all yours, Jessica.
And the very model of a scientist Solarian.
A shuttle just landed outside the southern entrance. Get out there and take them out, now.
Due to concerns over employee safety, the Brunfeld mining facility has been closed until further notice.
Take cover!
They should bust in their armor.
One down.
Due to Phillips' brilliant expansion of the northern mining tunnels into the mess hall last week, our small facility will be closing indefinitely. All teams will be transferred to the nearest starbase shortly.
Larry Model of a Scientist Solarian. Should off me in the background there. Y'all see that? I'm like dancing.
Hey, cousin. That jerk Selim just fired me for no reason. I swear the guy has it out for me. I hear the Blue Suns are hiring people to take out some dumbass vigilante on Omega. I'm gonna go show them how it's done. Wish me luck.
Well, I heard of that term now. Garrus, did you kill that guy? Garrus, did you kill that guy? Did you kill him? Very model of a Scientist Solarian. Vanadium.
We've got a major haul coming in from that dig site, boys. Move all the unsorted cargo to the mines to make room.
Whoever you are, you won't make it out of here alive.
Yes, two.
They've seen us.
Are these explosive canisters? I think they are. I shouldn't hide there.
It's about to go off. Oh.
Systems failing.
Wow. Just walked right through that, huh?
Fire in the hole!
Draining their shields.
But Encore, you won't make it out of here alive, huh?
That should do it.
One and four, but I don't think that would just end the mission, but you know.
No messages for you, Commander.
Nope. So? Oops. You can do that. Ooh, this has awesome tree. I don't know what we're doing here.
Tapping into Blue Sun's communications. Stay tight and look out for ambushes.
Squad Bravo, a shuttle landed near your location. Check it out.
Here we go. Keep close. Shot in the back and left to rot. That's definitely Vito's style. Let's push ahead.
Talking like Vito Scaletta or Vito Corlight Rayon and like some kind of
Likely these people are not runaways.
like who's
Report to base. Armed intruders incoming at the southern checkpoint.
Look out!
The rockets are really starting to make me mad. Need ammo. Yeah, yeah. No. Need single thing in ammo. Down. Come on, man. What's up, yours? Nope, those have snipers out.
Change weapons.
Well, yes, you're the sniper. No. Me, my kids go back.
Got it.
You got it.
We'll switch the armor bouncing around.
This is Commander Santiago. If any of you retreat while the intruders are still alive, I'll kill you myself. Now get the hell back out there!
Vito. Sounds like he hasn't changed.
I get the feeling you have a past with this Vito.
I knew he was a sadistic bastard back when we started the Blue Suns. The Suns only got meaner after he staged his little coup 20 years ago. So yeah, we have a past.
Why didn't anyone tell me you founded the Blue Suns?
Because it's not common knowledge. Vito wiped me out of the records. He ran the books, I led the men. Worked real well for a while. Then Vito decided to start hiring battalions. Cheaper labor, he said. Goddamn terrorists, I said.
20 years is a long time to hold a grudge.
A grudge? Vito turned my men against me. He bait 6 of them to restrain me while he put a gun to my head and pulled the trigger. For 20 years, I've seen that bastard every time I closed my eyes. Every time I sighted down on a target. Every time I heard a gunshot. Don't you call that a goddamn grudge?
You survived a gunshot to the head?
Yeah. And you survived your ship getting disintegrated. A stubborn enough person can survive just about anything. Rage is a hell of an anesthetic.
We'd better get moving.
They're at the southern axis. All squads mass at the gatehouse. Now!
They know we're here.
I wish they know we're here.
Bring it on, you son of a bitch!
We shot like 600 of them. Of course they know we're here.
Squad Charlie, Delta, mass at the gatehouse.
Zaid Masani, you finally tracked me down.
Vito.
Misty Bomb.
Don't be stupid, Zaid. I have a whole company of bloodthirsty bastards behind me, ready to kill or be killed on my command. Actually, take your shot. Give my men a reason to put you down like the mad dog you are. Again. What was that? Gone nearsighted, old friend.
Burn, you son of a bitch.
You just signed your death warrant, Masani.
Something had already been signed.
What the hell are you doing?
Opening the gate.
We don't sacrifice lives for the sake of the mission. There's always a better way.
Like what? Wandering out in the jungle for hours looking for another way in. You want to waste time out here? Go ahead. I'm gonna kill Vito.
You're endangering lives and the mission for your own selfish revenge.
You really want to do this, Shepard?
I had to knock you the hell out. But thanks to you, we have a burning refinery to save.
Let these people burn. Vito dies, whatever the cost.
And stay down. Nice shooting!
Dude, I need ammo so bad.
Help! We're trapped! We can't get to the gas valves to shut them off! The whole place is gonna blow!
No time. Vito's probably halfway to the shuttle docks by now.
You're willing to watch these people die?
Damn right I am. We stop to help these people and Vito gets away. And if he gets away, I'm blaming you.
We're here to free these people. We're going in.
I knew this was a mistake. If we're gonna do this, we'd better get to it.
I'm sorry, Brain, but your personal revenge vendetta isn't worth just sacrificing the entire panel of workers, man. That's not really how it works. Steed.
I'll take it. This looks interesting.
I will hit you on Firestone Flamethrower. Ah.
Taking cover! Headshot!
Incoming.
Kukuyarana.
First person to bring me Masani's head gets something special in their paycheck. You grudge. Shepard with you, and you still don't have a chance.
Heads up!
I took your life. Now I'm taking it again. Now, Saeed, and maybe I'll forget this ever happened. Lose or die, Shepard. You can walk out of here alive. Never should have come here, Saeed. Did you forget who you were dealing with?
Go blow!
Saeed, here it comes.
That fuel tank's coming loose. Shoot it! Bring it down on top of them.
Look out!
Look down there.
I'm dying here!
Various industrial bits. Why can you go in these rooms if there's nothing in them? I don't get it.
Not this time, Saeed, you son of a bitch.
See you in another 20 years.
You just cost me 20 years of my life. Ah, son of a bitch. Oh.
Saeed, you alright?
The hell do you care? I'm fine. Now come on, get me out of this shithole.
You put your revenge ahead of the mission. How can I trust that you'll be there when we need you?
I'll do what I was goddamn paid to do, Shepard. Just don't expect any more than that. Now stop screwing around. Let's go.
You put your own goals ahead of the mission. That's not the way this works.
I've survived this long watching my own back. No time to worry about anyone else.
You're part of a team now, Saeed. There's no way we can do this unless we're all working together.
You have a point. I'm not done with Vito. But I can put that behind me long enough to get your mission done. Let's get the hell out of here.
Look me.
How may I help you, Commander?
Is there anything I should know?
Not anything else, Commander. Take care.
Wild. So everybody's wild.
Commander.
I assume everything
Good
is
for
going
now.
well.
Fractured my... See you, Commander.
What's this area of the ship?
Normandy's cargo deck.
That's all for now.
Back for more. Hell of a mission down there on Zoria. Can't believe Vito got away. 20 years of tracking gone, just like that. But I gotta let that go. We have more important things to do. I used to do a little scorched earth work here and there. Then the Batarians started muscling in. No one's as good with terror tactics as they are. I mean, the Krogans will come at you, break your face, kill your family. But the Batarians, they'll turn your planet into a glass parking lot without a second thought. I should let you go. Talk more later, Shepard.
I'm gonna check on Jack.
Hey,
Talk to me, Jack.
I got nothing to say. You act interested, but you got other things going. So don't pretend you coming down here is special. You make a lot of stops.
Is this about Tali?
I don't care where you play, but don't act like I'm precious that this is just killing time for you.
I'm not ready to break it off.
Then why the hell are you talking to me? Get the fuck out! Hey.
Talk to me,
I
Jack.
got nothing. So don't pretend you coming down here is special. You make a lot of stops.
What I do on my ship is my
No
own
argument here. But don't come down here. I don't care where you play, but don't act like I'm precious that this is just killing time for you.
I'm not ready
Then
to
why
break
the hell
it
are you talking to me? Hey.
Talk to me, Jack.
So don't pretend you coming down here is special. You make a lot
You
of
don't seem like the type to get hung up on that.
Maybe you don't know what type I am. I don't care where you play, but don't act like I'm precious that this is just killing time for you.
I'm not ready to break it off.
Then why the hell are you talking to me? Get the...
I don't like her. He's mean to me. I'm not interested at all. I'm trying to talk to you because we're trying to be friends with you.
Gabby, you'd
Jerk.
think that Normandy is a she, not a he, right?
Of course.
Shepard, what can I do for
Have you got time to talk?
I can't, but I understand if you need to find someone else. Not that I'm complaining if
Who
you're
comes
still
first?
interested. Are you still interested?
I don't want to risk your health.
Thank you. I want you to... I'll find a way.
I really don't like Jack. I really, really don't like Jack. I really, really don't like Jack. I guess let's go get Thane. I don't really care about Sonara. Well, Thane seems interesting, so I'm gonna go get Thane. I had to do donuts real quick.
We have used half our fuel.
Wonder what happens if you run out of fuel. Oh, I need to feed my fish, that's right. I need to do that. So they don't die. Never mind. Thing up here. I am through.
Shepard,
Have you got a
having
minute to
trouble
talk?
working between your interruptions and Edie's insistence that insane experiments endanger entire crew. Hard to concentrate, affecting morale. Anything else?
I'll let you
We'll be
work.
here if you need me.
So to go back to the soil and get our fish again. We died. Going back to Talion.
Commander, a pleasure to see you again. Can I help you with... Have a pleasant visit to Nos Astra, Commander.
Sal, 25. Sal at 25.
We were always told that Ilium is one of the safest places in the galaxy. Until you fell off the grid. Signed the wrong contract, join up with the wrong company, or walk down the wrong alley, and it's as dangerous as anywhere else. Don't let this place fool you. It's no safer here than Omega.
How can you
25.
short sell on
Sell
feedback
at
after these human
25.
colony attacks? They're going to see a ton of business.
A ton of immediate charity business, followed by a freeze as new colony plans dry up. Just watch. Sell! I need minimal heat increase. And speed.
Bad luck on the stock market. Debt piling up. Perhaps you need to explore other
Hello,
options.
Commander Shepard. Liara will be
Ah,
pleased
that's-
to see you.
You're Liara's assistant?
Yes, Liara. I don't have her network of contacts, but it's really an honor to work with her.
What's Liara's reputation here on Ilium?
She is greatly respected. In a few short years, she's amassed a sizable network of connections. She could have even more political power than she already wields if she weren't so focused on her personal goals. But I believe she should tell you about that, not me.
I'll talk to you later.
Of course, Commander.
Don't wanna deal with Liara's mission right now.
Visitor in the form of a rare Justicar calling herself Samara. Samara denied our request for an interview, leaving us in the dark about what brought a Justicar to the fringes of Asari space. Nevertheless, Ilium News is pleased to offer a special report on the history and current politics.
Listen, I know the data is vital to the Kurosa family. The Sana Dantius didn't give us time to pack.
Sorry, I'm busy right now.
Boost chest. You know who I am?
Hungry? Then come to the Fish Dog Food Shack. Tasty fare and skewers are just 5 credits for a limited time only. Or for the
Sometimes you say these things, and I don't know. Maybe it's because you had a battalion father.
Wow, you're pulling that on me? My father was an excellent caretaker. And you're...
The word you're looking for is pure blood.
Yeah. There. Ako, dude.
I'm
Pataka.
telling you, relax. Vax will never notice a few missing pieces. No, I can't get in. Because it's a crime scene. It's all locked down. Eclipse Mercs, some Justicar, I don't know. Nobody is ever going to see the extra merchandise. Which is why we're going to be rich. I'm on a call.
Dada, don't talk to me, you're meanie. Breaking neck. Sorry.
You're sure gateway weapons and armor are good enough for Eclipse? What about a fish? She loves the garden. We could add a pond.
She doesn't need a fish, Dad.
What about you? Going to try and make it as a commando?
Why not? Every Asari has biotics. Might as well use them, right? Damn, that's a hell of a sniper rifle. You know Irinia won't even talk to the non-Asari customers. It's like she's turned pure blood into her religion or something.
I heard she lost her daughters when...
Nothing to declare? Move along.
Nurse, Garrus.
Hey, we're friends. I have never called you that.
No, but you're thinking about it. You think it was easy growing up pure blood? I did some
Human
stupid things to get away
refugees,
from
terminus
attacks.
orphans, and former slaves abandoned by the Talion raiders. For many, it is difficult, but one man, Conrad Werner, wants to help. Werner is organizing Shepherds, a charity that helps human refugees, orphans, and former war prisoners. In a prepared statement, he said that this new charity is a way of showing his support for the people who protect the galaxy.
Do you have anything flashier? I want something that says...
Coming up later today, we release our annual list of Ilium's 10 richest people. Are the heavens still bright as stars? Or have the boys finally rose to the top? And don't miss our look at the fashion faux pas at the Commerce Awards held last week. All this and more on Financial Entertainment.
We'll figure something out. Stop worrying.
okay. I'll think of something.
You said Synthetic Insights would buy me. You said it was an easy sale.
I assumed they would want an AI tech. Hello, can I help you with something?
I need you to let that slave go. Now.
We prefer the term indentured servant. And I know that Batarian slavers have made humans understandably prejudiced against slavery. Before you do anything hasty, know that this Quarian signed the agreement voluntarily, and her servitude contract is completely legal on Ilium. If you actually want to help the Quarian, convince the Synthetic Insights representative to purchase her contract.
Why did this Quarian sign herself into slavery?
I tried to play the stock market. I'm good with numbers, and I thought I had a way to make unlimited money. I lost everything.
No way.
Then I got a credit line and lost that. Then I took out an illegal loan. You get the picture.
As part of our agreement, I paid off her debts. 5 years from now, she'll have a fresh start and excellent work references.
Sounds great. Unless you lose her paperwork or come up with a reason to hold her longer.
All contracts are... In a case such as you described, the burden of proof would be on me. No system is perfect, but safeguards are set up to protect all parties.
Why did this Quarian sign herself?
As part of our agreement, I paid off her debts. 5 years from now...
If slavery is legal, then why are you trying to sell the Quarian?
I don't keep service contracts myself. I'm a contract broker. I assumed Synthetic Insights would jump at the chance for a skilled AI tech, but they won't even make me an offer.
Why not just keep her? You said she had technical skills.
Quarian's strict health requirements and diets make them expensive to house and feed. I run at a minor profit at best. I don't have the money for constant suit repairs and clean room facilities.
So what happens if
A solution always presents itself. I will take care of you.
So slavery is legal on Ilium?
Indentured servitude lasts a set amount of time or until agreed upon conditions are met. The law limits what restraint or corrective options I can use and what tasks I can... I'm also legally responsible for her behavior and health. Abuse is absolutely forbidden.
What if I bought her myself? I could let her go and everyone would be happy.
A gallant offer with 3 problems. First, her technical skill merits a contract of several 100,000 credits.
There's also a fee
Okay.
for freeing me before my service period ends.
Exactly.
Bam.
Finally, you are clearly a traveler. Her service contract requires that she remain on Ilium.
I don't want them to take me off to a mine somewhere.
I can still do all that.
I'll talk to the Synthetic Insights rep and see what I can do.
Really? Thank you. I'd
So then he says, oh, it's okay. Our amino acids are all different, so it's not like we can get this.
Can I help you with something?
How would you like to get your hands on an expert Quarian AI programmer?
If you'd like to submit a resume, Wait. Is this that slave? Synthetic Insights has no interest in purchasing slave labor. We're under enough scrutiny from the Citadel without engaging in practices the Council disapproves of. To be frank, we're hardly hiring anyone. The Geth attack on the Citadel didn't engender much love for artificial intelligence.
The prejudice.
It sounds like Synthetic Insights is worried about its reputation. Hiring this Quarian would help.
Buying a slave helps our reputation. How exactly do you figure?
Purchase the contract, minus the fee for early emancipation, then free the Quarian and garnish wages for reimbursement.
I know the migrant fleet would be grateful, and more likely to make purchases from you.
Interesting. We look good for hiring a Quarian, and we can say that we freed slaves out of the goodness of our hearts. All right, I'll run up a contract. The board might wet its pants, but we could use the good publicity. This Quarian had better be good, though.
Synthetic Insights just sent over the contract. I cannot thank you enough.
I'm happy to help.
Here, for your trouble. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'll get this service contract transferred.
Thank you. I'll stay out of trouble this time.
Hold on.
It's okay.
But you said
I assumed they would want an AI. If you actually want to help the Quarian convict. Exactly.
I don't want them to take me off to him.
As part of our agreement, I paid. No system is perfect. I assumed synthetic insights would jump at the chance. A solution always presents it. I'm also.
What if I bought her myself?
Exactly.
I don't want them to take me off to a mine somewhere.
You again. I'd hope to see a representative from Synthetic Insights making an offer for the Quarian.
I'll talk to the synthetic insight.
So then he says, oh, it's okay.
Can I help you with something?
How would you like to get your hands on the next?
To be frank, we're hardly hiring it. This Quarian.
Synthetic Insights just sent over the contract. I cannot thank you enough.
I didn't do it for you. I did it for her.
Regardless, a kindness to her is mine to repay. Here, for your trouble. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'll get this service contract transferred.
Thank you. I'll stay out of trouble this time.
Somebody who's going to treat you right.
Synthetic Insights just sent over.
Thank you.
more commonly known as the Consort, has declined to name the next race likely to gain council membership. However, she would like to respond to complaints about our upcoming film, Blast of the Jellyfish Stings. The Hanar Anti-Defamation Association claims that our portrayal
If this is the best you have, I'll make do. But you're certain the neural stimulators are compatible with both my suit and Asari physiology?
Have you faced an Asari commando unit before? Few humans have. I'll make it simple. Either you pay me, or I flay you alive. With my mind. Shepard! Nixeris, hold my calls.
No. What are you doing to me?
My sources said you were alive, but I never believed. It's very good to see you.
You have sources now?
A few. Sources, contacts, even a little hired muscle. I've been working as an information broker. It's paid the bills since you... well, for the past 2 years. And now you're back, gunning for the collectors with Cerberus.
If you know that, then you know that I could use your help.
I can't, Shepard. I'm sorry. I have commitments here, things I need to take care of.
What kind of things do you need to take care of? Are you in trouble?
No trouble. But it's been a long 2 years. I had things to do while you were gone. I have debts to repay. Listen, if you want to help, I need someone with hacking expertise. Someone I can trust. If you could disable security at key points around Ilium, you could get me information I need. That would help me a great deal.
Hacking a terminal sounds pretty easy. Why do you need me?
Why do you keep getting up and sitting down?
Hacking the security node won't get you the data. It just creates a minor glitch in the system. You'll have a short time to find a local server left vulnerable by that glitch, and upload the data to my system. I'm leaving my own system vulnerable so
And
that
back
the data
down.
can be imported during that short time.
What's this all about, Liara? Can't you just talk to me?
Don't you think I want to, Shepard? This isn't because I don't trust you. This is Ilium. Anything I say is probably being recorded.
If it'll help you, I'll take care of it.
When you hack one, a server will open somewhere nearby for a short time. You can download data from there, if you hurry. Thank you, Shepard. This may help me pay a great debt.
I'm looking for Thane Krios. He's supposed to be here on Ilium.
The assassin? Yes. He arrived here a few days ago. My sources tell me he may be targeting a corporate executive, Nisana Dantius. He contacted a woman named Serena. Serena has an office in the cargo transfer levels. Perhaps she can tell you where Krios is.
That was all just off the top of your head?
I'm a very good information broker, Shepard. The world of intrigue isn't that different from a dig site, except that the dead bodies still smell.
There's an Asari named Samara here on Ilium. Do you know where I could find her?
Samara? Yes. She arrived recently and registered with tracking officer Dara. You can find Dara at the transportation hub.
Why would Samara have to register with a tracking officer? Is she a criminal?
No. In fact, she's quite the opposite. Samara is a Justicar, one of an ancient sect of Asari warriors. Dara can tell you more.
Thanks for the help. That's all I needed to know.
Of course. If there's anything else I can help you with, let me know.
How's your own work going?
Everyone needs information, Shepard. You want to know why I don't drop everything to join you? I need to get that data. It should be about friendship, or trust. But that's not the way it works on Ilium. Let me know when you hack those terminals. Give me that, and I can talk to you.
If it'll help you, I'll take care of it.
When you hack one, thank you, Shepard. This may help me.
A Batarian trading group has announced plans to sue the Citadel Council. The Batarians claim that slavery is an inextricable part of their caste system. Limiting the slave trade.
All right. Let's do it.
Excellent. So the total comes to 100.
We have our 20 blaze.
If you're hurting for things to do, maybe after work we could catch a vid or something.
Oh, that's sweet. But I'm okay. A little dry spell isn't gonna kill me.
We could watch Fleet and Flotilla. They got awards for its portrayal of the Turian and Victorian.
Anyway, if worst comes to worst, I did have the...
Are you a Quarian or Volus who is tired of being passed over for promotions because of discrimination against exo-suit-wearing employees?
I'm looking for the best tech upgrades you have.
Of course, I can help you with the consult and figure out what options work for you.
Come to Genetic Paradigms and come out of your shell. Belkoff Company.
Listen, I know the data is vital to the Kurosa family. Nisana Dantius didn't give us time to pack.
Serena?
Who wants to know?
Name's Shepard. Liara Tassoni said you might have information on Thane Krios.
Tana, cover for me. Over here. Yeah, I know who Thane Krios is. I might have passed him some information, but I didn't hire him. What do you want to know?
Maybe you could help me find him?
I can tell you, but you won't stop him. When he contacted me, I checked up on him. The man never gives up on a job. I ran security for Nisana Dantius.
Then I found out she was having people killed to cover up her dirty secrets. She fired me when I confronted her. Her loss. I might have been good enough to stop Thane from taking her down.
If you work there, you must have an idea what his opposition will be.
Eclipse mercs. High-tech killer. Undisciplined, but very well equipped. They don't much care who they kill, as long as they're paid for it. Thane has quite a reception waiting for him. I told him all I knew. He didn't seem worried.
Why does that name sound familiar?
She was a representative on the Citadel a few years ago.
Right. She had me kill her sister, the slaver.
I thought that was just a rumor. Well, you know what she's
No,
capable
I know.
of. She has even more power here in Nos Astra. She uses it to keep her friends in check, and her enemies dead.
So where do I find Thane?
The Dantius Towers, penthouse level of Tower 1. There's a second tower, still under construction. If Thane is smart, he'll go in from there.
It doesn't sound like Nasana's just gonna let me in.
She's as smart as she is paranoid. No one's getting in or out of there without a fight. I can get you in, but you'll only get one shot. You'd better be ready.
Do you know anything else about Thane?
Not much. He did say that he's not doing the hit for money. Nobody hired him. I wanted to know who I was helping, and he said he's doing this job on his own. That he had to restore the balance of his life. I don't know. Maybe he's crazy. If he takes down Nasana, I don't care why he does it.
You're just offering your help? No strings attached?
You're going to look for Thane. Nasana's mercenaries will try to stop you. At the least, you'll distract her guards. Take a little fire, give Thane a clear shot. I didn't hire him to kill Nasana, but I won't shed any tears when she gets what's coming to her.
Let's go then.
Good. I'm tired of this crap. We'll go tonight as soon as the shift workers clear out of Tower 2.
There go boom boom.
The towers are heavily guarded, and you'll find more resistance closer to the penthouse. So, this assassin, you planning to stop him?
I'm just here to make sure he survives.
There they are, the Dantius Towers. You'll have to get up to the second tower and cross the bridge to the penthouse. Her mercs will fight you every step, but it's your best chance.
Why don't we just save time and take the shuttle up?
She's got mercs with rockets just waiting for you to try. You get maybe halfway up before they shot you down. Besides, your assassin won't go in that way. Best to go in low.
Any last-minute tips about the towers?
The Eclipse mercs will be well fortified by now, and they won't want to disappoint Nasana. There's no automated defenses or traps, just focus on anything moving.
All right. Let's do this.
Hold on.
Need rain car. My car, boyfriend. That fly brum brum. That.
Don't linger too long. They'll be here to greet you soon enough.
First
Good
playthrough
luck,
sure
Shepard.
is. No spoilers. They need to greet us as soon as we land. My goodness. Yes, this is my first playthrough. I just said no spoilers, please.
He's still alive.
I can't feel my legs. My chest is killing me.
Who did this to you, and why?
We're just night workers. Nasana sent them after us. She sent the mechs to round us up, but we didn't hear. They just started shooting.
They just attacked you?
Yes, they were too slow. It was horrible. Everyone screaming. The mechs said there was no time. Nasana wanted us out of the way immediately. Then the dogs.
He's not going to make it if we don't help him.
Here. That should ease the pain and keep you alive until help arrives.
Thank you. That helps.
Take your time.
I think I'm better. Find the other workers. Help them.
I need to get up to the penthouse. Any suggestions?
Take the service elevator to the upper floors. The bridge between the towers isn't finished, but if you're careful, watch out for the mercs. They're everywhere.
Any idea how many mercs Nasana's got?
A lot. Dozens of them are wandering around here all day. You'll find more the further up you go.
Why would Nasana kill her own workers?
To her, we're expendable. But I didn't realize she was that ruthless. My friends, co-workers, slaughtered. They were jumping off ledges to escape the dogs.
I'll do what I can.
Thank you.
Let's get moving.
Yeah, there's another room over here.
Rerouting power, requesting assistance.
Literal ammo.
Warning, hostile forces beyond standard backup systems requesting assistance.
And stay down.
Combat close away.
One down.
The dogs.
All system damage.
Oh, that guy. It's just the... I told you. Okay. Maybe I'm doing it right. You wear the must-take looks in the animated film, I am not. This is my first time playing anything Mass Effect. I did, well, no, I did Mass Effect 1 before this. I completed Mass Effect 1, I did all the side quests and stuff like that. And this is the first time I'm playing Mass Effect 2.
Hey,
So,
you went in here.
We'll go get him.
You go.
Get your ass in there. Nathana's not paying you to stand around.
Fine.
Unit member offline. Threat detected. Unit member offline.
sorry, Tali. I'm sorry, Charlie. I keep destroying her little guys.
Felt that one.
Excuse me, system problem. Requesting assistance.
Still not a way to get around, right? Yeah.
Can't get it.
Firing a high impact shot.
Can't reach the target.
This elevator.
Please, don't kill us. We'll go. Hey, look, they're not Eclipse. You're here to help us, right?
No.
That's one reason I'm here. Come on out. It's safe enough.
Thank you. We are in your debt.
Maybe you can help me. I'm looking for someone, not a merc. He's on his own.
Well, whoever sealed us in here. When he found us, I thought we were dead, but he just closed the door and locked us in.
Locked you in? Sounds like our assassin was trying to keep them safe.
Assassin? Here for Nasana, I bet. She's got it coming. You treat people like this, it always comes back to bite you in the ass.
I need to get to Nasana's penthouse. What's the quickest way?
Cargo elevator is the only way up right now. They're still working up top. Watch your step. Some of the walls aren't in, and it's a long way down. Cold, too. I hate working up there.
Nasana's not exactly your favorite person?
She's a hard woman to work for. That's an understatement. She works us long hours, no overtime, and this is what you get in payment. She's unpleasant, to say the least.
Why not
Whiners.
just quit?
We would if we could.
What's stopping you?
Our contract. We're stuck until the job's done. Quitting for any reason can be hazardous to your health. We hear that anyone who leaves early tends to disappear. Probably just a rumor. But who wants to find out for sure?
Did you see the one who locked you in? Do you know where he might have gone?
He's no Solarian, I can tell you that. But I've no idea where he went. Sorry. If he's after Nasana, he'll be heading to the upper levels.
How many workers were in the tower? Are there many more of you?
Not alive. We were lucky. Well, some got out before the dogs were sent in. Maybe a few are hiding somewhere.
I wouldn't stay here too long. It should be safe down on the lower floors.
I was just thinking the same thing. Let's go, everybody! Thank you. And tell your assassin to aim for her head. Because she doesn't have a heart. Get moving!
What? That's not right? I guess it's that one. Sniper blind. Ah, Lifer.
We're a little exposed out here, especially if anyone's in that elevator.
Perhaps we should find some cover.
Mezzanine. Have a pleasant stay.
Look out! Get ready for close combat! This should slow him down.
That was very easy. Looting the cows on the first game? I did, yeah.
I haven't heard from teams 4 or 5. Don't worry, my team's always ready to go. I don't know where he is. Not yet. Don't worry about it. We don't need any reinforcements. I'll take care of it. It's under control. I'll go down there myself.
Turn around, very slowly.
Damn it.
Have you seen the assassin?
Why are you looking for him? You're not one of Nisana's mercs. Who are you?
Answer my questions and I'll let you go.
Look, pal. Even if I knew where he was, I wouldn't tell you.
Not the answer I was looking for.
I've got nothing more to say to you. If you shoot me, my team's right through there.
How about goodbye?
That was kind of cool, I don't know why.
I guess he had it coming.
You kind of want to see what it is. If you don't push him. The ride, I guess. I knew that was safe here and let's get back to this. Lied to me. That was where I had the terminal, yeah. Come on. Well, come on. Where is it? There it is.
We're a little exposed out here, especially if anyone's in that elevator.
Perhaps we should find some cover.
Mezzanine. Have a pleasant stay.
We've got hostile drones!
I'm just gonna do this.
Burn the bastard! Coming in close.
Damn you!
Charging Krogan.
Turn around, very slowly. Have you seen the assassin?
You're not one of Nisana's mercs. Who are you? Look, pal. I've got nothing more to say to you. If you shoot me, my team's right through there. They'll be all over you.
Hope we can slow.
Is a little information really worth dying over? He's Nasana?
No. I suppose not. Okay, look. Last I heard, the assassin was down on the mezzanine. But the teams on the bridge think they might have spotted him. Nobody knows for sure.
Get out of here.
I'm going.
He owes you one. Anybody else would have killed him.
He's all over the place.
What do you mean?
What's the...
Combat goes away.
Our forces have engaged. Requesting assistance.
I love this rifle. MC.
Are you guys all right in here?
Get back! Get back! I'll shoot!
Relax. Don't do anything you'll regret.
I don't want to hurt you, but I will. I said get back! I'll do it! Please, don't make me do it.
Hey, I'm not the bad guy here. What's your name?
No, alright,
Tell-
but
Don't come any closer.
Talon, I'm Commander Shepard. I don't work with the mercs and I don't want to hurt you. I'm here to help.
All right. Here. I don't feel so...
Talon! He's my brother.
what?
I just want to see if he's all right. Are you the ones who shot the merc?
It wasn't me. Your brother didn't do it?
No. Talon was standing here with me.
Thanks, MC.
What happened exactly?
The merc found us and shouted at us to move. We panicked, and he shouted more. I thought he was going to kill us, then his head just exploded. Talon picked up the merc's gun, but we were too afraid to leave. Then you showed up.
A perfect headshot with no collateral damage. Very impressive.
Don't understand? Don't understand what? I'm gonna say it hi.
How safe is that bridge out there?
The bridge is stable, but the wind's your real problem. If it doesn't throw you off, the mercs will definitely try. There's a lot of them out there.
But using a translator? No, I'm not.
I'm looking for someone. Probably the guy who killed this merc.
Talon thought he saw someone following us, but he's been a bit on edge. I haven't seen anyone but the mercs.
Is the bridge the only way to the penthouse and the other tower?
From here, yeah. It won't be easy. Mercs are patrolling the other side. Whatever Nasana's hiding from must be pretty scary.
There are still mercs up here. You should get to the lower levels.
No need to convince me. Talon, come on, get up.
Can we go home now?
Yeah, we're getting out of here. Thank you.
Because I can barely understand what you're saying? That's because I talk very fast and I mumble my words a lot. I'm very sorry.
Hostile spotted.
That mascot, I still need to play it. I'm having a lot of fun with it so far. I'll enjoy it. with it. Yeah, it's a good game to make sure all your choices apply from one game to the next. Most games don't do that. Because most games don't have the foresight to make... Like, Mass Effect knew it was going to be a series kind of thing. The main drive of the series is, like... Your choices have consequences.
I'm afraid your men aren't able to respond, Miss Anna.
Like, the main drive of this series is your choices have consequences and affect the universe. And your choices translate from game to game. And most games don't have the, like, foresight to do something like that.
You're dead.
And even, like, the lore, story, and world building are really cool, too. Learning about all the races and creatures and stuff like that. Man, I'm having a lighting there. Rapid fire sniper? What? Well, the reason I use clips and not that 2 in my head at the name of Mass Effect 1, it's because of my overheating, right? They found a way to, backpack, the overheated, thingies with the ones that are good. Something like that.
Hostiles!
Forget the explosives! He's already past us! Watch out for those explosives!
System failing. Backup orders acknowledged. Rerouting power. System failing. Rerouting power.
I'll hack their shields.
System failing.
And stay down.
She's got a lot of health.
I'll take it.
It was more or less a military decision having to wait for the overheat to expire as time under fire, etc. Yeah, that's what my guess was. We can just eject the overheated cell and replace it with one that's brand new.
Never saw me coming!
Excuse me.
You're toast!
Requesting assistance, ma'am.
The heck was that? Oh, hi. Get away from me, dude.
Soften them up.
I love this one.
Where did that go? Rockets!
What the hell am I paying you for?
Scratch one! Nice shot.
Each clip basically holds an amount of heat, hence thermal clips. Nah, I thought so.
I'm sending in reinforcements.
Die!
Contact drone ready.
Get your screens up!
Can't target them.
Value Ultra.
Shepard, but you're dead.
I got better.
And now you're here to kill me.
You really are paranoid, aren't you?
Don't patronize me, Shepard.
Charming as ever.
I'm sure you find this all very ironic. First you take care of my sister, and now you're here for me. Well, you made it this far. Now what?
You really think I'm here to kill you?
Do you have another reason for destroying my tower? Decimating my security?
I'm just looking for someone.
You expect me to believe that? Is it credits? Is that what you want? Just tell me your price. We can make this problem go away.
But what you film? If you wonder why they couldn't just put on a venting mechanism on flips all clips years later after venting all the heat out, maybe they can just find a way to do it. That made me wonder why I just have like 3 clips that you rotate through. Rather than just like, once it's gone kind of thing. I don't know.
All the credits in the world won't make this problem go away, Nasana.
Who the hell gave you the right to play God? I may not be perfect, but look at you. We both kill people for money. What's the difference?
You kill people because you think they're beneath you. They're in your way. I kill people when they leave me no choice.
You've got a choice. You don't have to do this. I can tell you. What?
I heard something.
Damn it. Check the other entrances. You stay put. When I'm finished dealing with this nuisance, you and I are going to... Who?
Oh, dang. I thought
Impressive. You certainly know how to make an entrance.
Something like that, rotate through a bunch of clips. I mean, even still, even with that, you have like infinite ammo. Even if you just rotate through 3.
I was hoping to talk to you.
I apologize, but prayers for the wicked must not be forsaken.
Do you really think she deserves it?
Not for her. For me. The measure of an individual can be difficult to discern by actions alone. Take you, for instance. All this destruction, chaos. I was curious to see how far you'd go to find me. Well, here I am.
How did you know I was coming at all?
I didn't. Not until you marched in the front door and started shooting. Nasana had become paranoid. You saw the strength of her guard force. She believed one of her sisters would kill her. You were a valuable distraction.
Me.
You used me, so you could kill her.
I needed a diversion. You needed to speak with me. You certainly fulfilled your end of the bargain. What would you like to discuss?
Someone's been abducting entire human colonies. We're going to stop them. We already know the culprits, a race called the Collectors.
I've heard of them. Attacking the Collectors would require passing through the Omega-4 relay. No ship has ever returned from doing so.
They told me it was impossible to get to Ilos, too.
A fair point. You built a career on performing the impossible. This was to be my last job.
That's a nice shot. Meh.
Low survival odds don't concern me. The abduction of your colonists does.
You're dying. Are you contagious? How long do you have?
If you're interested, we can discuss it on your ship. The problem isn't contagious, and it won't affect my work.
I hadn't heard that. Is there anything I can do?
Giving me this opportunity is enough. The universe is a dark place. I'm trying to make it brighter before I die. Many innocents died today. I wasn't fast enough and they suffered. I must atone for that. I will work for you, Shepard. No charge.
I've heard impressive stories, Krios. Sounds like you'll be an asset to the team. That is, if you're comfortable having an assassin watch your back.
I've accepted a contract. My arm is Shepard's.
Uh-huh. Don't know about you, but I'm loyal to more than my next paycheck.
Me being elusive, man, I actually kind of liked him, I'm not gonna lie. For he's like a slime ball, yeah, but I still like him. I think he's cool.
Keep it civil, people. We've all got the same goal. Maintain the objective.
Aye, aye, sir.
Where shall I put my things? I'd prefer someplace dry if anything is available.
The area near the life support plant on the crew deck tends to be slightly more arid than the rest of the ship.
Ah, an AI. My thanks.
He seems quite civil.
We need all the help we can get. He's not what I expected in an assassin. He may surprise you.
Yeah, and he may not.
was charismatic, but he's xenophobic. Martin Sheen had a good voice to the elusive man. I'd like to say he's a slime bag, but I really liked him. That's alright. I don't agree with Morton's philosophy either, but I still like Morton. Like, I think Morton's also not a very good person, but I still really like Morton. I think he's cool.
Commander.
We'll talk later.
Commander.
Oh, another dangerous alien aboard, Commander. Thanks. Why can't you collect coins or commemorative plates or something?
I assume
It's really
everything's
funny.
going well up here?
Good for now. Fractured my thumb on them. See you, Commander.
Or did you mean normal, like collect Pokemon cards and toys or coins or something like that? Why's it gonna be dangerous assassin killers?
I'm surprised by Thane's spiritual side. His psych profile mentioned little of it, and he carries himself with such cold confidence. I'm not sure if I find him scary or sexy.
A lot of women like bad boys.
That is a dirty stereotype. In my case, it happens to be true, but still. Anyway, what's up?
Is there anything I should know?
Not anything else, Commander.
Is there anything
Anything else, Commander? I'll be here if you no messages for you, Commander.
Still? There he is, saying, oh, he's got another outfit. I'm giving glasses. No, you like the glasses, Shay. Life support? What does life support have guns on that?
Do you need something?
Have a few minutes to talk?
Certainly. We haven't had a chance since I joined.
When we met you, you said you were dying.
Yes. I thought you'd want to know more. You don't have to worry about the rest of the crew. My illness is not communicable, even to other Drell. It's called Keprel syndrome.
New 47 for your new ship. Commander Shepard looks like Agent 47 from Hitman. He does a little bit. I was thinking more like Walter White from Breaking Bad, but he doesn't really have like the face structure of Walter White. I don't know. I made him look like this because I thought he looked cool.
Are you gonna be alright until the end of the mission?
I should be fine for another 8 to 12 months. The more time I spend in humid environments, the faster it progresses. I think it's safe to say that by the time my body is incapacitated, we'll be victorious. Or dead. Either way, I won't be a burden to you.
What exactly is the problem?
My people are native to an arid world. Most of us now live on Kaje, the Hanar homeworld. It's very humid and rains every day. Our lungs can't deal with the moisture. Over time, the tissue loses its ability to absorb oxygen. It becomes harder to breathe. Eventually, we suffocate.
Can't they do something about that?
The Hanar have funded a genetic engineering program. They should be able to adapt us. The project has only been running for a few years. I don't believe my body will still draw breath by the time it bears fruit.
Then don't live on Kaje, or use breathers.
Drell have a close relationship with the Hanar. We rely on each other. The best we can do is keep our homes very dry inside.
Is there anything we can do here? Normandy has a state-of-the-art medical bay.
No, thank you. It's being attended to. If the finest medical minds in the Hanar illuminated primacy can't solve the problem, I doubt your ship's medic could. Thank you for your concern. Trust me, this won't affect my performance. Do you need something?
You mind if I ask you a few
Not
questions?
at all.
We need to have the best equipment possible to take on
My
the
old
Collector.
contact network often located rare equipment for me. Would you like me to get in touch with them?
Let's see what they've got.
Do you need something?
You mind if I
Not
ask
at
you
all.
a few? We need to have the
I've
best
already
equipment.
upgraded the Normandy's exploration probes. I have no additional suggestions.
The Drell live on the Hanar homeworld, don't they?
Yes. I know many think the Han are difficult to understand. It's just that they're very formal with those they don't know. We know them quite well. If you ever get close enough to a Hanar that they tell you their soul name, you would find them warm.
I thought that Hanar only let very close friends know their soul name.
Most of my commissions were for Hanar. I grew close to my regular contacts. Soul names tend to be poetic. A Hanar known for its cynicism might take a name that means illuminates the folly of the dancers.
Hanar talk using bioluminescence. That's more of an obstacle than their politeness.
True. Many Drell have had their eyes genetically modified to perceive their higher frequency flashes. I had the treatment. I can't tell the difference between a dark red and black, but I can see ultraviolet light as a silver color.
When you pray for the wicked, who exactly are you praying to?
That depends on the circumstance. To find my target, I speak with Kira, Lord of Hunters. When I act to defend another, Arashu, goddess of motherhood and protection. And when I have taken my target, I speak with Kalahira, goddess of oceans and the afterlife.
I didn't know that Drell had many gods.
It's one of our older beliefs. Many embrace the Hanar and Kindlers now, or the Asari philosophies. The old ways are dying. There are so many ways to interpret one's place in the universe. Who needs the wisdom of our ancestors? The younger generations don't believe they can help us fathom genetic engineering, orbital strikes, or alien races.
Oceans and afterlife don't seem to have much in common.
Consider, the ocean is full of life, yet it is not life as you and I know it. To survive there, we must release our hold on land, accept a new way to live. So it is with the death. The soul must accept its departure from the body. If it can't, it will be lost.
There's something else I'd like to talk about.
Ask.
You mind if I
Not
ask
at
you a
all.
few? There's something else
Ask.
I'd like to talk. Have a few minutes to talk?
Later. I'd like to consider what we've already discussed.
I should go.
I shall return to my meditations.
You must stay. What am I doing?
Shepard, what can I
Have
do
you got time to talk?
for you? I can, but I understand if you need to find something, someone.
I don't want to risk your health.
Thank you. I want you to. I'll find a way.
Let's go feed our new fishes. like how it's called Space Hamster. Is this on the ship? Saw them right off depth? Think so, right? Not anymore. Initial damage. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the Talion.
No messages for you, Commander.
I think I'm gonna go ahead and end it here today. Well, I'm that I check myself. We'll plan to getting sleepy. No? I what? Yes, I'm gonna go ahead and head out. I am very, very tired. I have to go ahead and head to bed. I'll be back tomorrow, probably. No, I will be back tomorrow. Tomorrow morning, tomorrow afternoon, somewhere around then. I scheduled for Ken, but I may have some things to have to do in the morning. I'm not quite sure. We'll see. But for now, it is bedtime. I hope y'all enjoyed and I hope y'all had fun. And I'm new one. And I hope y'all I hope y'all enjoyed the stream and stuff like that. Make sure y'all join the Discord if y'all haven't already. We have funny chats there. Yes, it was very, very fun today, and I cannot wait to be back tomorrow. And I hope y'all enjoyed and stuff like that. I love you all so, so much. What? Well, now to see you all very soon. There we are. I'll see you all very, very soon.